What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the show. We are back with another. I want to call it all the other names that we were calling it before we started doing this, like the conversation. Like I know it's technically CAS now, create a superstar, but we not all of us enjoy or have used the word CAW. CAW. So it's like all of a sudden CAW became what it was. And I came in, I said, yeah, I get it. Create a wrestler. CAW is easy to say, but I was like, CAW is not what we are, though. We're computer, video game wrestlers, digital wrestling. So that's when I started using digital wrestling, and I really love it when other people use that. And that's for everybody. That's whether you're Efed, SimFed, Twitch, YouTube, highlight reel, live, whatever type of Efed you put together, all created characters, or you mix in real life characters or monsters or people from the past or whatever, futuristic people, aliens, whatever you mix in. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. We had three content creators, four maybe if you count we're hoping Totes gets here in time. He's one of our guests. We got Kyle Young, Fusion and Jiggles on here also. And yeah, I was waiting for it. Still calling me, damn it. And I imagine him actually crying while he's doing that too. He has to be. Oh, there it is. So we're going to get right to it. We're going to bring them on. We're going to talk about what they do a little bit. And then we're going to try to play Jeopardy. We played it last year. At the end, it was homemade Jeopardy with me and Triple Beat in the chat. And I thought I had the answers right. Didn't have the answers right. Maybe had the answers right. He went that away. He went this away. But we made it work. It was fun. And we brought a lot of people together to talk about being a player in the Efed world. So that was fun too. Last year was an amazing summit. I always put it away and then I want to use it. That's what she said. Last year, Riley, Totes, and Triple Beat were on the first one. Then Odds, Sean, Monstar, and Crushing Kelly were on the second one. And then I put myself through this torture of Mordrin, Tiny, Chance, Cougar, Count, Goddess, and Cassie. Solo and Twitch was a fun one. And that's around right when 2K25 came out because we split the summits last year. Then we tried to Jeopardy with Odds and Riley, which was a shit fest, but it was fun. Then we tried to bring more people back and keep it going. This year, same ordeal. I got 4 shows booked. The fifth one is kind of an open session where I got some other people that run companies that want to come on. Mrs. Utaker, hopefully Sean can make it that day too. Brandon Bones is doing his thing. And we have our youngest member, Beast, who might join us for a show. Maybe Lord Amadeus to come on and tell us what's happening over there in WU for his Efed. It's still a type of Efed, even though it's a completely different game. So I want to thank everyone for popping in. This is always fun to bring people together. It's my main objective when I did YouTube is to bring people together. Never wanted this, never wanted to be on camera. It wasn't about that. Blaze Radio was radio because it was going to be my radio voice. It was just me commentating. And you don't normally see a commentator when you watch a wrestling show. Wanted to bring you a TV style product. So we're bringing it as close as we can and dealing with the 2K system, whatever they give us, twisting and turning. But just to go back into the chat, I'm going back to my ums. That was my old tick whenever I first started doing this type of stuff, which was like one of my advice to everyone. If you're doing this stuff, rewatch your shows. Sit down later on when you're doing the dishes or doing something else, throw your show on, listen to what you say, and you might catch up on something that you say too much, or maybe you should have done better. You can get, you can improve next time, all that good stuff. And I used to do that like religiously. I'd re-listen to every one of my shows. I do it here and there now, but shout out to Monstar, Sean Shamrock, Dragonheart, Jesse Jackhammer, Wally's here. We got Prime Time saying hi to everybody. Damian Payne. And if you're in the vertical, I can never get myself centered right for the vertical. If you're in the vertical live, in the chat, I pinned the actual full broadcast. You can pop over to the full Blaze Effect if you want. Or keep me in the little box if you want to keep me in a little box. Triple Beat's in the house. Welcome in. Triple Beat will be a guest on the next show. We'll talk about that in a little bit. My man Ben from GPW, it's a pleasure having you on the first show, along with Riley, Twitch, and Odds. That was awesome. Kicker is here. Welcome in. Everybody's saying what's up to each other. There it is. That's pinned to the I don't know how it is on the vertical. I don't feel like checking either to check a pinned comment, but maybe I'll just keep dropping it every once in a while if you want to pop over to this stream. We got the website. Yay. Nightbot is here. Good job, Nightbot. Way to go. Good job being here. If he's in the house, welcome in. I almost said our world champion Blade Charge. We had a lot of changes last night. I will do a brief state of the LTD address here at some point during this podcast. I'm just saying hi to everybody, and we're getting rocking. I'm not going to spend an hour. Yeah, watch. It'll be 45 minutes later. Blaze is still talking. 45 minutes later, Jiggles is in the house. He's actually in the back. Hey now. She's in the green room, as they say. Logan, so is Kyle Fusion. We're waiting for maybe Totes get off work. He's got to work late. He sent me a big apology. I was like, don't worry about it, bro. I can put you on next. Actually, 2 weeks from now, I still don't have somebody. So I can bring him back in a couple weeks if you can't make it. Or he can pop in as soon as he gets here. It's not tough questions. Should be easy. Logan's in the house. Andrew Roberts in the building. We were talking shit. We were talking about you, Brandon Bones. You must have heard it. Get your flower boys in the building. Daniel Barry, I appreciate you, man. You're in every one of my streams, whether it's wrestling or when I did football is when I first met you. All the hardcore sports stuff, pick and roll, all that stuff. You're amazing, Daniel. I want to take a second to say, oh yeah, the brackets. We're going to break them down. We got the bracket reveal tonight for March Madness in LTD and the Digital Wrestling Syndicate, which is right. That logo. I always get it wrong. That logo. The DWS, if you will. All right, we're back to where I was. It's still called, damn it, to me, damn it. That's one of those where he says that's a laughing, crying emoji, but he's legit crying. He's really crying. Fusion in the house. He's also, I got him trapped in the back. I got him trapped back there. There he is in the back. Do you hear him?
Got him.
All right, now enough of the chicanery. And like I said, half an hour later, Blaze is still talking. All right. Is that everybody? But Blade Charge, I'm sorry to say, you can figure it out later about your world championship. Check me out on social media or don't. I don't care. Brooklyn Joker's in the house. I do care. Tignon, hey, what's happening? I think you're from BYS. You're from Jiggles and Fusion Show. Tig, what's happening, my brother? We got Triple B just lurking and jerking out there. It's a Beetle, says Odds. What are the odds? Odds would show up. He does. And there's Andy. All right. Now I don't know. I don't know what. Figure it out. Your pants falling down today, Blade Charge, because you don't have a belt on? Maybe? I don't know. Ketchup or mustard, whatever you prefer. All right. I said we'd get right to it. Which, I'm always lying. Let's see. I think I had... Yeah, I just want to play this because tomorrow starts... Not tomorrow, Tuesday. Possibly Tuesday, the gathering. I'm still going to put this out there. I'm not ruling out. I'll make my decision by tomorrow, taking a week off before. I don't know yet. I might take a week off and start the gathering next Tuesday just to give me a week before it. I do have someone working, Chance, of course. He's done it the last 2 years. So he has my 2K26 working on showcasing my rise to open up everything. So I can download everybody who might have something that I might not have. But my advice is make your wrestler without using any My Rise, My Showcase, or DLC stuff, if you can help it. Or if you have the time, make one like that and make another one. Because there's going to be a lot of companies out there that are not going to be able to either pay or play their way to open everybody to get all the features. So we're going to get into the 2K26 talk. I have a list, trust me. And we'll talk to these guys and you guys in the chat also about what we've discovered so far in the brand new game. So here's the gathering promo video, and then we'll bring on our guests and get right to it with the summit.
Gather up, lock in, step up, let's begin! Steel glare, sweat on the canvas, price there, names on the bracket like warfare, one shot better bring that hard hair! Big dreams, crossbones, loud screams, every weight, every style, one stream, different roads, same fire, same theme. Who's built for the storm when it's flooding in? Who's still standing at the bitter end? All colors, all corners in the same ring. One stage, one crown, hear the cage sing. Welcome to the Canada, where the strong rise up and the weak don't sing. It's a race to the end, can you feel that sting? Title on the line, hear the hammers fall. Welcome to the Canada. Every rival collide in the wrestling ring. Who's the best, who's the greatest, let the battle begin. Only one still breathing when the lights go down.
Yes, it's got to be my favorite, if not one of my top favorite events of the year. Of course, everyone loves Stable War. I love game night because I've always wanted to be a game show host. So I love doing the game show host type thing, which we'll try here tonight with a little bit of Jeopardy. Everyone loves Stable War, and it's normally including everybody in Stable War recently. It used to be exclusive. Only 4 or 5 that are stables are in it. May go back to that. Who knows? Or a split one like we've been discussing on the shows. But the gathering, it's I know people are like, oh, there's another commercial for Blaze's show. He's going to turn this into an LTD commercial. No shit, I'm going to, and I have this opportunity. Of course, I'm going to promote my show too, but we're also promoting all these channels around you. So there are over 40. We're pretty much at 44, 45 now, with other people starting to bring their companies back, or especially in between a game. Like sometimes some on a new game triggers someone to be like, I'm going to bring back my show, or I'm going to have my own show. So sometimes you see new shows popping up. And I always like bringing people on to talk about their companies. I've done my interviews to talk about just YouTubing in general. And no rush, bro. I normally BS for an hour anyway before the show starts. You know me. All good, man. We got it all set up ready for you. So Totes will be joining us here in a little bit. We got 2 other guests first. Before that, we're going to talk about their companies a little bit. But the main thing is 2K26 later on because the game just came out. I get it. So I have a couple slides at the end of my little slideshow. We'll go right into 2K26 after we do a little Jeopardy. Hopefully the Jeopardy works. We'll see. So we're going to talk about, well, real quick. Let me stall for another couple minutes. I do want to go back to thank my guests from the first show. We had DC Twitch, we had Ben, we had Odds Cornett and Riley Wolf. Riley announced he's coming back and bringing his content, even though he's still wrestling in real life and managing. His manager gimmick's great. I love his manager gimmick because, I still tell him he better take some steroids and bulk up. He's skinny like I was. He'll get ragdoll around and get hurt. But he's doing great. We were supporting him and all the companies, including House of Glory and all those other up in New York. Odds breaking down. He's going to take a little break from CPW for a few months. I think he'll be back sooner. And he said 6, 7 months. No, I don't know how many months. He said maybe 7 or 8. GPW, we got to finally hear from Ben, the genius behind what is GPW. And I will use it as this example all the time, as the one that uses the game's commentary, but still is one of the best feds I've ever been associated with, because they still use the highlight reel to put together an amazing show. They tell great stories. They got great people over there. Ben does a great job. And that's not because Tony Lee Williams and Chance helps run it over there, but they do. And they do a great job. DC Twitch is one of my brother from another mother. I met him. One of the first ones I met that was doing Efeding way back in the day. I met a lot of people, all these people that have come and gone. We've even evolved our video game that I like to brag about from the old WU characters on there. Those are actually avatars from WU that I copied over. and and the biggest thing, and I've been talking about this more because we're bringing in more people that used to play WU recently, about the creation part. Like, don't be afraid to go wild with your character, because over there you only got so many t-shirts, so many things, so many extra things to put on, so many headgears, so many faces, so many beards. I mean, over there you control your character more, obviously, which is awesome. I wish we could have a little bit of that, but no, I don't want you guys. I like the game deciding. But over here, now you have total control of your creation, from head to toe to eyeball to fingernails to scarves to masks to makeup to hair coloring, which we'll talk about later, has evolved now. And just the design of your character means so much. Like, I could sit here and stare at this poster, like, what is that? Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the old Beatles poster. It has all the faces. It's kind of, I could sit here and play Where's Waldo, or, or Where's Fusion? There he is, standing right next to Jigs. How about it? I tried to keep some people close to each other, but I put Angelita as far away from her husband. No, I put Lady Devil in between them. There he is. So I may have had fun with it, but I squeezed in as many as I could. We have a roster of 96, so obviously everybody's not on it. But this was during the end of the Gift of Gab, so I took advantage of that. And Count Z and Digital Dog, they are the ones playing the game in the middle. I love creating things like that, as well as our beautiful magazine celebrating the Gift of Gab winners. But once again, it all comes back to this: all the different Efeds that we're bringing together. My first guest also has been doing his for a pretty damn long time. He's had a couple different characters here in LTD. Laura Wells, Danny Wells, Kyle Young, and I always forget the other girl's name that he had. Caroline. Was it Caroline? I don't know. I forget. He'll tell us. Here he is, because I forget what the name is. And now, so Danny brought Laura in. Laura's doing really good compared to Danny, but honestly has amazing characters. We love having him on. Everybody in the chat, hashtag FKyle.
Yeah!
What's up, man? What's up? Hashtag FKyle is definitely going to be trending right now. You know that. And all in
yes,
fun.
I know. It's definitely going to be trending. I'm already guessing it's going to be popping off in the chat in about like 5 seconds.
And I'll start it too if anyone else does.
Hashtag too many damn youngs.
It's the perfect example of how we bust each other's balls in this video game, and it's the win or lose mentality that I like to explain to everybody who comes into e-fedding, especially, that you got to get used to losing. You got to get used to losing more than winning, right? It's part of the game.
Yeah. Of course, freaking Beetle odds, they're already starting it too. Freaking Joker's jumping in on it.
Of course.
And
now it's like it's a gimmick. It's popular. It's whether it's good publicity is good. Good and bad publicity is good publicity, actually.
Yeah.
It comes down to that. And of course, you guys always do a great job on the Let's Talk CAW Shop podcast too. Got it. Nailed it right there. So
yeah, right there.
Doing the same thing we're doing here, kind of much, but more so in the here's the game. Let's talk about it. Here's a topic. Let's talk about it. It's a great podcast. You guys can check it out. So Kyle, yes. Second City Soldier.
There it is.
Here on YouTube. Make sure you guys check it out. The description in the links are in the description of the show here. So all you got to do is click on the description. You can check it out. Most people are already probably described. So if you want, I'll give you time any way you want to. Like, give us a little bit of better idea of what Second City Dojo is, your idea behind it, how long you've been doing it, and just to paint the picture for those who might not know.
Okay, so for Second City Dojo, it's been the show I've been running for the last, like, well, I actually had this thing I have my YouTube pulled up for a second so I can actually verify something. It's been my show for the last, like, 6 years, even though I've technically running the third season right now, because I have taken way too much time in between some seasons to do it, but although I do blame 2K20 for that one.
True.
technically I've been doing this a little bit longer, but it started as a universe mode that I ran with. Well, I say universe mode, but it was basically like I got started by a YouTuber that some people might know by the name of N60 Sean. I thought I could maybe copy it. I didn't realize how much editing would go into that, so I just basically just let the game play it out. Whatever happened, happened. I just put cutscenes together or whatever. And
yeah, a lot of people might know him as Samurai too, Young Samurai. Some people are like
Young Samurai, whatever.
An American Penis, of course, is his story.
Oh, yep. Yep, I thought I was gonna tell you. Yep. I got so mad at that one. I've gotten calmer about that since then because I realized sometimes I gotta lose for a story to be told. Whatever.
So with your company, just like, and I've noticed this from Triple Beat and Odds too, all three of you have built this heritage, this tradition of your company. Like you like doing, that's what I like to do too. And I know that's one of the things that attracted me to your channels is like, well, these guys, they could tell stories about what happened to lead up to where they're at. So they got the storytelling, they got the history, the championships and stuff like that you keep track of and everything. So it's like, I love that organizational type part that goes far with me. So like, tell us a little bit more about like that part of the game for you.
Okay. For me, it's more, I keep trying to keep track of things since basically from like when I was doing the universe mode, when SCD was known as Legion Professional Wrestling. Because I had basically gotten logos from someone and then just tried to build a company in universe mode, kept running it, try to keep as much of the like the title history from there as I could. Nowadays, it's like I will basically like try to track all the belts like as it goes along, especially consider the fact that I'm realizing some of my champions, because I've been like off the air for so long, they've been holding their belts for like years now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but at the same time, I'm just like, I wouldn't feel right if I just stopped like all their title stuff at like a certain day and just like ignored it afterwards. Especially considering the fact that I've had some of them defend their belts in partner feds like the EWN, I want to say the Elite Wrestling Network. Nope, it's the Extreme Wrestling Network, run by my buddy Adam Rage. Shout out to Rage. AKA Honeycombs96 on YouTube.
And that's another thing. I like how people do work with other companies and do stuff like that too, and just keeping track regardless. And every company has their own kayfabe. Like you're saying, if I was gone for 6 months, do I make it that it was really a 6 month hiatus, or do we pick up where we left off? And we can do that in this fantasy world. Like I just tried with the year 2100. That whole gimmick didn't work, brought it back. So like we control our own kayfabe and how we do it. So it's just people, I've said it before, use your imagination, use your creativity, follow along with whoever's running the show. But as you've been running your show for now 6 some odd years or whatever, what is the thing that you like the most about Efedding? And then you might as well just tell me what you hate about it too.
Okay, I'll just start with what I hate the most about it, which is fucking drama. Because a lot of times it's like, I'll put it this way, there have been times on my show that I have had stories running for something, but then because someone gets canceled or someone says this, someone does that, someone uncovers dirt or whatever, and then someone that is involved in my company and involved in the storyline is part of that, will derail my stories like off the rails. I'm not going to name names because I don't really feel like...
No, there's been enough. In these 7 years, there's been so many forms of that type of drama that everyone out there probably has their own story they could tell about someone who did something stupid, and then it affects every Efed they're in, and then the Efedders got to go through it, and they don't realize some people will sink time in story and stuff for championship and lineage and history, but shit happens, I guess, is we got to chalk it up to that, and that is one of the worst. Twitch brought it up too. Other people brought it up as their thing they hate the most too, is when drama comes around. And it really, this community was split into two a year and a half after I started, and I had to kind of put my foot in the door and say, it ain't gonna happen on my watch. Let's keep this shit together. And I think I think I'm speaking for anybody out there, that getting into people's DMs and really talking about stuff behind the scenes a little more goes a long way with trying to avoid that sometimes.
Yeah. For what I like about it is like the stories and stuff like that. Like I will say, for example, like I know you asked earlier, like what my vision for SCD was. It pretty much in kayfabe, that is basically like Kyle's like wrestling like school that he just runs a show out of. Like on a day-to-day basis to showcase some of the students, or just bringing in buddies or whoever else wants to like showcase their name. That's how it is kind of right now. Where pretty much it's still using the same venue, just like there's still the dojo training facility off to the side to train the next generation or whatever. And then just like there's two different facilities. Like one's in I think I have like one of the shows being run out of Pittsburgh. I think Ring of Iron's being run out of Pittsburgh, and then we have that Overdrive in Chicago.
So I mean, just the Second City Dojo has, for me, talking for the outside, has gotten that like reputation as like a breeding ground for, you run it like a dojo. Kyle's place he runs, all these guys train, they become wrestlers, and then they go out into the way. I love that. Like, that's unique. Like, I always try to pick something out that's unique about someone's Fed. You have your niche, you have your theme, you have your story, and you've run with it and gone for so long. It's amazing. Now, what about the future? Like, where are we taking this to the next level now? Incorporate it into whatever your plans are to go into the new game or whatever, but what are your future plans here for it?
So, to be upfront, I'm not moving to 2K26. I've already gotten my arenas made on 2K25 and 24. I am not willing to push my luck and keep moving on, mostly because one of my booking team would probably kill me if I did that, because that's more time that I have to spend trying to get everything moved over, and I don't need to do that. I need to stick to what I've got.
Fair enough. I think a lot of people and let the people know, like, you're creating yours and recording them, and this isn't a lot. You do lives sometimes, do you? You've done lives,
not
with other people
anymore, but I used to. I wish I could go back to that, but then the problem is that there's that part of it that's just like I don't want to let 2K fully control this.
Yes, I totally understand. The story. Yeah, I totally understand. And you guys that do that, I got a lot of respect. So that's what let people know. Kyle is one of those people I talk about when I talk about the people that sit there and meticulously put this game together. And that's nothing new for those that do pre-recorded shows. You don't want to just dump everything and jump into a new game as soon as it comes out, because that editing process takes so long and you have things so saved up. I get it. I totally get it from the behind the scenes why pre-recorded shows should wait longer, if not to the very, late in the season to go to the new game, if any. I've seen ones like you've even mentioned, 2 games that you can use stuff from 23, 24, 25 and still, make it make sense in a pre-recorded show nowadays, because maybe there's a cutscene in 23 that you use, whatever. So you got a lot more creative freedom in that, but it's way more time consuming.
Yeah, it's way more time consuming, especially when you have to try to think about the fact that right now I'm on a time crunch because I got to figure out the arenas going into on 24 and 25. So I just got to basically get them done as fast as I can. It's not going to be easy, but I think I can do it, hopefully.
So
fingers crossed.
I want to jump right into the 26 talk, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna bring Fusion and Jiggles on first and talk about them. It's on the tip of everyone's tongue right now. It's so hard. It was hard just to get past this segment with you before.
Oh, by the way, 2 things. Number 1, you were right. The 4th girl's name was Carol. The 2nd girl's name was Carolyn. Carolyn Swift.
Swift, yes, it was on the tip of my tongue. Swift. I was saying
you knew the first name. You just didn't know the second name.
I thought of Swift in my head because I have these cards, and these are like grilled into my brain from looking at him every show. So I could see her card in my head, and I'm going, Smith? No, it's not.
Swift. Nope, it's Swift.
Yeah, she had a lot of.
Second question. This is technically pointed to you. When is Blaze McCoy going to come back to SCD?
Ooh, he could.
I know I keep asking you, but I'm just figuring.
Yeah,
there
was a few years ago where I dropped out of a ton just because I obviously can't follow along with as many as I wish I could. But whenever a new game comes out is normally when I say, hey, take Blaze, do it, whatever you want with them. So, and he's been there before, so I'm game. When it comes around. And I probably won't create him for a while. Plus you're using, so it's going to be, pre-recorded. So even for the live ones out there, I'll do a live creation stream, creating Blaze to show you how I create him. Minus moveset. This is why I don't have hair. I love that the moveset is that intricate, but it is very tedious. It drives me fucking bat sane doing a moveset.
Okay. Well, we'll get into that.
We'll get into it. We're going to get the 26 part here. Thank you, Kyle. You'll be back in just a few minutes. Peace. All right. So, Kyle, awesome to have him. Always glad to have him here. Tiffany's in the building. Tiffany Sky back in the house. we're going to get right into it and move along because now I'm itching to talk about it. Let me get right down here for a second first. And we're going to bring in the second guest. I got 2 theme songs, so I got to play, I guess, both of them.
Wakes up late, skips the gym, still rocks up like a wind. Greg's bag in hand, belt round waist, smile so wide it's legally a waste. Loud in the crowd, boots untied, jumps the rope with way too much pride. Swag's not clean, it's earned with grit, and yeah, he talks, but he backs it. Oh, that's fusion, belt and banter, walks in loud like chaos, swagger, tracksuit king.
All right. Play the good one now. Play the fun one. No.
Oh, here we go. Turn it up, let's roll. I got glitter on my sneakers, sunshine in my hair. Every step I take, yeah, I light up the air. They say I'm sugar, but honey, I got spice. Cute on the surface, but I don't play nice. Giggling and grinning, but don't be fooled. This smile's got rhythm and I break all the rules. I'm jigs, big smiles and bigger sparks. Dancing through life with a glowing heart. Pop the confetti, let the good times start. I'm sunshine, starlight, and a little wild art. Yeah, big smiles and bigger sparks.
All right, everybody, it's Jigs and Fusion.
Hello. Poor cat.
I think I hold my pussy when I got bring here. This is my old man here. What's up, old man? All right, get over there.
Oh, bless.
All right, what's happening? Glad to have you guys on. How you guys doing?
Good. Yeah, doing all right. Can't complain. Even if we did, no one would listen.
Way over there. It's almost midnight over there, isn't it, bruv?
No, you've got into some.
That's right. It's 11. It's an hour earlier now, right?
Yeah.
Because we had daylight savings and you didn't, so it's 4 hours.
We hit ours at the end of the month.
Until the end of the month.
Till the end of the month, and then we go forward an hour. So we'll be back to the
Why
final.
can't you people just go forward when we go forward? Got to be different, huh?
We'll just move to America, shall we?
hey, let's just get a train that goes back and forth between there and where I'm at. We'll just keep on going back and forth. Glad to have you guys on. I couldn't be happier whenever you guys showed back up and started coming around, and then just I had no idea you were going to do a show. I didn't get as into W when I was over there as I wished I could. I found like 3 or 4 companies and stayed there. But I didn't know who had companies and who didn't and who did this. I never got into it enough, kind of because like I got in and then I started getting really involved. I was there for about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. I started to find, a lot of the bad clicks and a lot of places that were too much drama, and then I loved the stables. I always wanted to be in USL. That was my favorite thing. And then I when I left, I was like, it's a plethora. It's thousands of wrestling fans. Like, why wouldn't I want some of them to come over and enjoy this way to play the game? But and I just had this conversation with someone not too long ago. So I felt like preaching it. And what better way than to some people that understand what it's like to play W, and the differences is that you have no control of your character here once you submit it. I get it. But you do. In the live chats, in the Discord, in the you do have control over it, just not with the fights. It's more on the other side, the behind the scenes stuff. And when you guys came along, like recently, and I was bragging earlier about your Discord, how the Jigs' bar is always fun, and like all those little scenes that we used to have over there. Here, I never had a way to do that except for our Skype chat. And then someone would post a promo, and then 2 people would talk about it, and someone would come in and talk about what happened on Raw that night, and then someone else would talk, and that promo someone worked hours on is gone, disappeared. So I missed the message board aspect that I had in Efedding before WU. So now I think we brought it all kind of together, and the other people that have kind of come along after you guys have really added some spice to the game as well right now too. So, those individuals needed to see, and I get it. People come in, they see one version of what we do, and it's all different. So like the way I run it ain't the same as Kelly or Sean or Totes or Solo or you guys are. It's all different. And I want it to be that way. And I enjoy personally not having any control over the players. Let the game decide that. And that means we can have nothing but fun. Yeah, you can be upset over a loss, but have fun with, once again, the rule is have fun, right? So you can't get past that first rule of Efedding. You got to have fun. So if you're like, well, my character sucks, they're always losing. Oh, you got to have fun with it though. So it's like, that's the biggest thing. So I do want to thank you guys. I'm really glad you guys came back. People love having you guys around, but, and I don't care who, either one can just kind of take a little time to tell us about Beyond Your Soul, even if you want to go back into however it started, what your idea is, how you run it, keep it simple, keep it short, just this is your time to let people know. And I'll boost you up a little bit first. They have one of the most fun shows I've ever been to because you have two commentators. That's one thing I'll never be able to do. I can, and I kind of thought about it with the Discord. I can, but I'm like a freak when it comes to I don't shut the fuck up, just like right now. So it's a good thing for a commentator to talk all the time. You guys have the dynamic between you two. And we've seen that before. Mordred and Tiny have done a couple shows maybe together. Kelly and Atticus do their shows together. Hugo and Mama used to argue and bitch at each other in character and have fun, and then go at each other for a little while, and then it was so much fun. So tell us a little bit about the company and just running a show and why you do it and why you're here and what you love about it.
Well, basically, you was the inspiration because we used to, as you know, we used to do it about 8 years ago. It was called Jigsy's Funhouse then. And then we thought we was going to take a 2-week break from WU, ended up being 6 years. And then we came back, and then obviously WU had gone down, the game had gone down. We went onto Discord and we wanted to do something for the people WU so they weren't bored. So that's when we brought BYS back, because I've got BYS in WU, so we carried it over to the Efeds, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we then introduced some of those from WU over to LTD, and some have come from LTT over to BYS. But you know us, Blaze, we're not a serious show. Well, he does the commentary because I don't know none of the names of the moves.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because we've had, like, when I think Wrestling Mama used to say that all the time, and it was part of her character. I don't even know the damn move. I just said he hits her and he hits her and he hit her. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's a message that really needs to get out there. You don't have to know every wrestling move. You just have to be yourself, and if that's entertaining, that goes a long way. Good.
And it's like you say, it's all about having fun.
Yeah.
If your character loses, so what? Who cares?
Well, I don't commentary because I'm laughing most of the time.
But literally that's color commentary. If Fusion's going to do more of the actual commentary, that is the normal 101 for commentary. You have one person that calls the moves, calls the matches, and the other one interjects with comedy, with in depth, a little bit of added to it, or just as fun, or maybe just laugh. Like that's important, because if there's a dynamic between you two, you turn into my show, you hear nothing but me. Like, I try to do wild and stupid and different shit, play the commercials, play this for other things, but otherwise you're just hearing me. You guys have that advantage.
Yeah.
That when someone comes in, like, I put myself in other people's shoes. When someone comes into this type of field, they don't know what the fuck we're doing, but they're going to come into your shows that immediately start having fun because you guys are having fun. You know what I mean? Like, if you go to another one, it's just like, and then there's the match, and then the next guy comes over and does a Hurricane Rana, and then the third guy, and he does the Hurricane Rana, and this, you know what I mean? But you come into your show, even as an outsider, they're going to have fun because you're laughing, you're busting each other's balls, the chat's going wild, you're reading stuff and laughing. That's super entertaining to me. And comedy's on, some people don't have comedy as high on the wrestling list as I do, but I always say for a wrestling show, whether it's imaginary like we do or a real one, I want to be entertained, I want to be surprised, and I want to laugh. I want to be amused. So those are the three things I look at, and you guys do a good job at it.
Yeah, well, I'm always laughing,
Yeah.
as you know. But what's our phrase again?
Professionally unprofessional.
That was King Outlaw
That
that
was
made that
Outlaw
up,
who done
and
that.
it's kind of hooked now,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's stuck.
So having fun is obviously a big part of it, but what do you really what do you like the most other than having fun about doing an Efed?
I think it's the interaction. It's the interaction with people in the chat. It's, you know, we've spoken about this and we said since WU had their blackout with Discord, it's brought a lot of people kind of closer together. Like people we wouldn't probably necessarily talk to in WU came over to Discord and we just started talking to them.
And we've made a lot more friends through it as well.
That's huge, and I'm glad you brought that up because it brings up a point I don't talk enough about, but it's very important to this game. It's okay if you do. I'm not knocking anybody else's show. Obviously, I'm promoting all these shows, but I always preface that when I'm about to say something that someone could take the wrong way, like I'm trying to degrade other types of shows. But I love every type of show because I want difference when I go to different places. Some people use, like, I could do a show with me, Blaze, Sunshine, Shmoo, all my own characters, right? And then have, you know, this person has their 5 characters, that person has 6, this person has 7, and us 4 people run the show. And we have 30 characters, but it's just us 4 or 2 or whatever. That's great. I love it because you control the way the story goes a lot more. There's only 4 of you kind of running the show as directors. But you just mentioned the fact that the interaction with the people, that was my number one priority. That's why I wanted to be the show that takes on as many fuckers that I can and tried to juggle them all. And it backfired on me a couple times because I would literally bring in people that I knew didn't like each other and tried to keep them apart. Or then I brought in people that wanted to control the show or tell me how to do it. But I think knowing that when I look in that chat and there's a name, there's a person behind that character. It's not it's a hollow character. It's not a bad thing. Some people have in W, they call them alts, which is fine. You have your main character, then you have your alternate character that you use. In my show, I've used alts and I do sometimes for storylines, but I made that rule and I've done it before. I've called her out before, you know, Tiny and Angelita. You know, they're run by the same person. She is always in character for that person though. But I bring that out as one of them. I don't mind doing that on a storyline basis. The puppet. Hot Fire Rose brought in the puppet. And then the puppet was part of the story. You guys love the puppet. How can I get rid of the puppet? There's some other ones, but they're not worth even mentioning because they're a pain in my ass. If you know, you know. So other companies that have that, I'm not knocking it. I love it because you control a little. And if you're one of the people that control them better, you won't have a lot of the issues I have, which is juggling 96 personalities. Like I took on that challenge. A lot of people say I'm stupid for it. Yes, I'm a ding dong. I'm stupid. I want to take that challenge because I think I can handle it. Other people do other things way better than me. That's one thing I knew I could do from when I worked, from when I was a person. When I was a manager at my store, I taught my employees, if an old lady comes in, you treat her like your grandma. If someone your age comes in, you treat them like your friend. If someone younger comes in, you might treat them like your nephew or your son or your daughter. You know, you got to treat everybody accordingly to who they are, where they are, how they are, and accept everyone for who they are. And I've always been like that. So I don't have a problem bringing in people of different places in the world or ethnicities or religious backgrounds or beliefs. Or that's what we don't talk about politics or religion. But if we did, this company would be split right in half. Because they'd be like, oh, you guys are a bunch of those, you know, follow that politician or you're that religion. No. This is a wide open place for escapism. And I say it all the time. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you are, or how you are. That sums it all up. There's no discrimination here. Differences are beautiful. If we were all the same, just like Efeds, it's a big, you know, comparison right in front of our face. Efedding is life. There's so many different ones, but if they were all the same, it'd be boring, right?
Exactly.
If we were all the same, it'd be boring. We're not. How much fun have we had just with your language compared to mine on the live streams? With me doing Brit Blaze and all the little. I have my list right here, so I don't forget Brilliant Improv. I love that. That adds so much of a dynamic to the show. But what do you guys hate about taking on the risk of running any, maybe not hate, but what do you dislike the most? I don't hate anything or
I
anybody.
think you just touched on it. It's when certain people come into the show and they're like, "This is how I run my show. This is what I used to do," and you have to really bite your tongue. And sometimes I just want to be, do you know what? This is our fucking show. This is how we're going to run it. If you don't like it, go somewhere else.
I've said that. I mean, I never wanted to say that, because when you say that, it comes off like being a dick. But sometimes you got to be in this game. I've even said, and now there's a second rule. There's two golden rules, I guess, to Efeding. The first one was, if you don't like how that person runs that Efed, go find another one. Yeah. There's enough for everybody. Literally, there's hundreds of them. So don't stay in a Fed if you don't like how it's run. Like, I literally have that discussion with people. I've dealt with almost 1,000 people in 8 years. I mean, and I'm not blowing smoke. That's the risk. That's the cross I chose to bear. These are all motherfuckers that have been in my company and are gone for whatever reason, good or bad, but they're part of my history. It doesn't always have to be that formula. That's my choice. By all means, create a character and send them in to me, because I want to be the testing ground. I want to be like, I don't want, like, and we're gonna talk in depth about how it can be done so well when we bring Totes on later, because he creates most of his characters, but his vision is so clear when you watch his show, because he has a little more control than I would ever have. And he's got his mind made up. He runs his show a certain way. He has great people behind him and in his chat, and he has his vision show. You guys are having fun. It's total contrast. And then you have Kyle, who doesn't do his live. He sits down and meticulously puts all this together and makes it all work. I have tons, not that I have less respect for anybody, how they do it, but for people who sit there and do that, that's amazing. Like, I've worked for Cutthroat, for Dylan, for Travis Rex. I've worked for Raven Black when I did Ascend, and I've worked for Corey Quinn. I want to give them all credit, because they let me do their commentary. They record their show. They send me just the video, upload it to YouTube private where only I could see it. I get in my audio program, and as I watch it, I just call the action, send them the audio file. They put it together and put it out. I had so much fun doing it, because I always wanted a piece of that type of creation. But my mind, it works a certain way. And if I go into video editing, I won't do anything else. I'll be done. That will be the only thing I do.
And I think that's why, like, when you come to our shows, we see a difference in yourself, because you can have fun. You haven't got to be serious Blaze all the time.
I start playing the game. When I go to other people's shows, I start playing the game. I'm Blaze. I'm the character Blaze, not the commentator Blaze. And when I'm in other people's shows, I want to show people whether Blaze or Sunshine gets their ass whooped or not. I'm going to show them in your live chats, all the shows I try to go to, get better luck next time. I'm going to do better. I got robbed. I was cheated or whatever. The one thing that Jiggle says all the time that I love that you guys brought from W, unlucky. That's all it is. This is just luck. It's a video game. Nobody, and I love the passion that people get when they lose, when they get angry, when they lose. That's passion to me. But if it starts to affect your real life, take a break, like do something else for a little while, or maybe don't get in that Fed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean, because last night, obviously, when Jigs had her title match, I absolutely deafened Fusion.
She was literally shouting at the TV. She was going, "Come on, get up!"
So as much as you get angry about losing, that makes the winning so much more valuable to me. Always keep in mind, nobody can. Well, let me put you guys in this situation. So this is how I used to do interviews. I'm gonna put you in a situation as showrunners. You got a disgruntled employee, basically. Someone keeps coming to you going, this person's treating me like shit, or I keep losing, I'm terrible. How do we handle that? No, I know the first answer I would say is in the DMs, not in the live chat. Because if you have that type of, what did Kyle just tell us that he hates the most, and he's done this for almost 7 years? Drama. And that's how it starts. Someone comes in the chat and says, this person's talking shit on my real life, and I don't like it. They may be, but let's not talk about that during the show.
So we had a very good, when WU went down, we had a very good chat with Red Dragon.
Yeah.
And he said, when people do that and they come and attack you, message them. Because 9 times out of 10, they won't be expecting it. Message them and say, look, is it a storyline or is this like for real?
Yeah.
If it's a storyline, how can we work it into, you know, whether it's Efed or WU? And if it's for real, block and move on.
No, I don't want that sound effect. No. Where's it at? Yes. That needs to be heard by everybody out there. You know, it's like another golden rule that we all should kind of abide by. Great Red Dragon was in LTD before. He was in here before. He's the voice you guys hear on Shifty's commercials. TGRD, the man was I loved it when he was here, but he didn't have time to always be here and stuff. I get it. My conversations with him, he's the same way. He was always good with advice. Like, I didn't really know him as well, but he had some of the best advice with stuff like that. And that's when I really started to jump into people's DMs and even start planning storylines out that way. Like when the madness started, I had Lord Amadeus and all the people that were going to join the bad guys in a group chat, and we were talking it out weeks before we did it. And that's why it came off so good. The alien thing, I did the same thing. Got a group chat. Hey, you're going to get abducted by an alien. Here's what's going to happen. You follow along. And that made it come off so much better. So those little things, and you went, I'll go back to the first thing you said, engagement and with the chat. That's one of my most important things. And I'm doing against it right now because I'm missing some people. We got some new people here. Andrew Dubbs in the building. Good to see you. Donald D Nice, welcome in. D Nice, they call me D Nice. That was one of my old favorite rappers back in the day. Welcome in. I think that's all. Anybody else? We got this Nightbot keeps putting all kinds of bullshit in the chat. I don't think I updated with. I had the guys last week, their shows links going up in the chat. I don't think I updated Nightbot, so we'll blame Nightbot on that. But the links to Kyle Young, Totes, and Jiggles Infusion, they're in the description of this show as well. So all you gotta do is click on the description. All three of them are right there.
One thing, Blaze, that does annoy me about you is the way you say kicker, because now Fusion says it and it drives me bloody nuts.
Now, I actually, and here's another good example. I started doing that because of how you say kicker. And that was that's my interpretation. So, and I've turned I could turn it into I'm sure there'd be a t-shirt that says KICKAAAA. You know.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And when she first and when I first did that for a while, I'm not the type of person that wants to call a person's character something they really hate or don't like. So I jumped into her DMs. I was like, do you care? I was like, I'm having fun with it. I think people like it. If you don't like it, I won't do it behind the scenes, you know? So I got a hold of her. She's like, oh no, do it if you want. I was like, but at the same time, I thought if that was my character, I don't want the joke, funny name to be called that name all the time. So professionally, I thought I will call her during the matches kicker, like I should, because I loved help. Like you guys started her moveset. Like these guys do great with creations and movesets and characters, and they're going to help out. They've already put their name out there, so I don't think I'm overstepping my bounds saying that you guys are willing to help create some characters.
No, I think 8 times out of 10 we grab them off the LTD roster anyway. So
now we're about to get into the 26 chat because I felt myself going back into it, but I'm gonna save it for bringing us all together because Totes is here now, and we could even do the Jeopardy game to hype it up. What plan do you guys have? Any different plans going into 26? You staying on 25 now? Waiting.
Well, we never had any plans on 25, so
I mean that's. And it's a good contrast. There's nothing wrong with that. Spontaneous show like theirs does not need a ton of pre-planning. You already got people that are great with storyline and great with writing, in character in your chat. You got the comedy and the fun between you two. You got a great roster already built. So it's like, it's okay. I want to tell everybody, and it's not like use that example because you always do say that we're not as professional as Blaze and professional on professionalism. You're wearing it as a badge, like making it part of your gimmick, and that's what you're doing. Is you want to have fun. There's nothing wrong with it.
For me, I think the one thing I'm interested in, and I want to see if you do it as well, is the money in the bank briefcases in universe mode.
We'll see. I
think that's going to bring a whole new thing. Like you could be live on chat and someone could be, I want to cash in.
Yeah, we'll bring that back up in a discussion because that is something I do want to talk about. So whether you do a live show or a pre-recorded show, or whether you like me and Totes the first time we talked about, he's meticulous like me, where he has notes on everything. He has the history. He has everything. Like I have everything on. That's just me. I have to. Some people don't. They wing it. Some people go head on. Some people are pre-planned. It's all great. Some people are wild and crazy like the Yeti, and his shows, you and Evie do fucking amazing. I will continuously blow smoke up you and Evie's ass for the creations, the way they mold faces. And we're going to get to more talk to about the creation of 2K26 as well. So I'm going to bring you guys back to play the game and then get into 2K26 talk. I love that you guys came on. It made my day. I didn't know if you're able to or not. And we'll bring you guys back in just a few. All right.
Okay.
All right, bruv.
All right,
Yeah.
I got my in front of me. Bloody hell, mate. All right. Things. So we did waffle around enough time to bring in our third guest here. We're going to get right to it because I'm really itching to talk about 26 now because I have my list. I have my little slideshow. We're going to try our little Jeopardy game too. But we had him on last time. We're going to bring him back to talk a little bit more about his vision going forward with 26, how he does his thing, and then we'll get everybody back to talk about 2K26. Well, this show is all tremendously in the last year. TCW has totally taken over. But now there's another issue as TCW and the SSU are at war. The next evolution of Efeding, watching two intertwine, is going to be amazing. Must-watch TV here on YouTube, folks. I can't wait for it. You should be ready for it, too. He's doing amazing things behind the scenes, slowly bringing back, and we're transitioning into the new game. Let's bring on my next guest is the one and only Totes McGoats. Muted. Make sure you unmute. That's going to be the first thing.
That's a good call because I would have been talking forever. I'd been like, the hands are moving, you'd been like, oh.
That's your thing now because you did it last year, so we might as well do it again. Welcome in.
Yeah.
Glad you made it, bro. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, no, me too. I'm excited.
So, I mean, I said it earlier, you were working, you were busy, you might not make it, which was fine. I understand. I've always told people life, work, family, jobs, sometimes your own YouTube channel comes first. This is our hobby. This is our fun. But I want you to take your time right now to tell us what I hinted a little bit. I gave you a nice lead in. What is going on? What is, for those who don't know what you do too, because we have a lot of new people, tell us a little bit about TCW, maybe a quick summary of how it started, where you're at, and your vision. I know your vision is really complicated like mine when it comes to this game. So sum up your vision of the game, how you run it, and what TCW is.
Yeah, so I mean, TCW, it started, this will be season 8. We're not quite done with 7 yet. We got 3 or 4 more episodes to go. I'm trying to do about 25 episodes a segment. Like, so last year we went 100. This year we're at about 50. So I want to hit 50 before we move on to the next game. Started out because I missed WCW. I missed storytelling like that. I missed the Attitude Era. I missed that stuff. I missed the wars between them. And what I really missed, I don't talk about this a whole lot, but what I really missed, I don't think anybody understands what the NWO was supposed to do. I don't think that anybody understands why they were made. It was actually going to change from WCW to the NWO. So that's why the fact that it didn't do it and they came up short, then you had this big faction of the white and the black and the this, and it got all screwed up. So, but I missed that. And I was like, man, what would it be like if Vince McMahon wouldn't have royally screwed up the entire storyline when he bought him?
Right.
What would have happened had Vince McMahon not totally screwed up ECW when he bought them? He bought these 2 amazing companies that obviously they just started to dominate WCW. What would have happened had he ran it and then intertwined storylines? What would have happened?
Oh.
It would have been amazing. Wrestling wouldn't even be what it is today. So that's how it started. That's what I wanted to do. And And so I started, I didn't even know, and I've talked about it this year. I didn't even know other people were doing it. Like when I started doing what I was doing, I didn't even know other people were doing it at all. And so many other people were doing it.
Hell
So,
yeah.
So that's how it started. Then this last year, something happened with my game where things started screwing up. I couldn't put out as many shows, and now I'm sitting there at night trying to figure out. I'm like, man, how am I even going to get through doing this? And I started messing with AI,
Yep.
and I learned you can't just go on there and say, AI, I want a picture of this. Like if you showed a lot of those like posters and videos on my channel, they're down below where it's showing like 2K26 and 2K21. I went back and I remade all the covers. That took about 4 days of training the AI how to do it. Yeah, write down TCW 2K23. Like, what if it wasn't WWE 2K23 or 2K26?
Yep.
Or so I went back and I did that. I had the AI completely analyze my channel, completely analyze my show, and then start giving me some ideas on what would the errors have been. You have the attitude error, right? So what would the errors have been in my show? That stuff's going to start coming out.
Yeah.
And then we started redoing, and this is the really crazy, insane part. I took pictures of every single wrestler we had, created a photorealistic AI picture. It's still not quite right, but uploaded it back into the thing to allow me to start doing all this other stuff. And the super good news, shout out to you on that. But the super good news is I'm gonna have to do it all again. Like for the new, but we have now real tag team logos, like our logos I can carry now into every single game. This is like the good part of it. I don't have to go out and find the logos now.
And that's like one of the things I love doing logos. I've been a graphic designer. You came to me the one time like, hey, can you make me like TCW style NWO logos? And I was like, sure, I have that font already downloaded in my Corel. Bing, bing, bing. I sent it back. I was like, anything changes, we change. And now it's like and this is my cup of tea, promotional, branding, marketing. Like every time you see those shorts, that's promoting TCW. That's getting the name out. That's a great way to do it because, AI compared to last year, there's millions of people now using it a lot more. Just imagine what it's going to be like in the next year and the next year and the next year. So using it for good. Now we've all seen the movies where it can be used for bad. So let's use it for good while we can, people. And
speaking of that, speaking of that, I learned sometimes you have to talk mean to the AI. So if the machines ever rise up, they're taking this guy out first. Like I've cussed AI so many times to it, and it's like, don't talk to me that way. I'm like, you don't tell me how to talk to you. So my wife's like, what are you doing over there? Like, you're getting red in the face. I'm like, I'm so mad. Like we were doing so good. And now we're not. Now I've got to retrain
I've messed a little bit with it. I got a little bit. Me and Monstar have also. He's done a lot too. And he's like, Blaze, you don't understand. If you take it into this one and you tell it this, and you take it into this other program, you tell it this, and he's sending me like his details on how. I was like, yeah, I get it. The philosophy behind it. I'm on with it. I'm an AI I love that shit. And I've used it for little things because I still like creating stuff from scratch. But at the same time, when I'm stuck with something, like how many times I've had a logo, I just need a color changed. Go to AI, say, change this blue to green. You're done. Like that's called working smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? And you use it smart ways like that. I probably asked you this last year too, but at this point, we were evolving this game. Like a lot of us are trying to one up ourselves and each other, which is only going to make everybody better. But what right now at this point, what really is your drive? What you like the most about this game, and what kind of grinds your gears, and what you don't like?
So probably the biggest thing right now, and I don't think people you understand it. You're excited about it. I don't think other eFeds understand because I spend more of my time not explaining what me and the SSU are doing for real, but it's not a slight to anybody. Like you hear me talk about this on my show. I can't recognize, not your show. You're 100 years in the future.
Not anymore. Okay.
Not
but anymore. I had to scrap that.
But I can't recognize everybody's title belts. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way. Think about this: the ECW, the WWE, the
Good point.
WCW, when they were going, they didn't recognize each other's shows.
No.
So much less the title belts. Now I shout everybody out, right? But I can't recognize all the shows and be like, I use Matt Storm as an example because he said this to me, and
He's
it's
in 9 million companies.
yeah, and it's like, I'm 52-time world champion. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not even a world champion in my
Yeah.
show. You are a 50-time world to whoever, but not in my
They're
world.
all separate universes unless the showrunners tell you that they're not.
Right. And this is the difference. Right now, me and the SSU are trying to be in the same universe. Yes. So, like, people are like, no, I'm bigger than all the shows. One, you're not bigger than my show. You hear this all the time. I'm not bigger than my own show.
It drives me
nuts. But you are you can be in every universe. I don't care whose universe you're in. You'd be in all the universes in the world. But so that's the thing that's going on with the SSU. If we can, we're not landed yet, but if we can land this plane in 26 with 200 CAWs now, I don't need 200 CAWs in TCW. I can't do that. Like 100 CAWs is hard enough to get people on, that. So, but I can bring on characters now from the SSU. He can bring on characters from mine. We can now, with 200 CAWs, we have the ability to cross over a lot easier. We're going to do something. I don't want to give it away, but we're going to do something. This is what
I don't want you to give it away. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done. You guys are doing it different than it's ever been done, and I'm excited for it. I want to be surprised. Yeah, I want to go along for the ride.
You have never seen this in the real world, and you've never seen this in any federation. We're going to do something with a game mode that has never been done before. It's going to be a Royal Rumble where every single disqualification matters. Every single one of them, due to rules. So there's going to be, the whole thing matters. You don't have to win it. Winning it's not even a thing. It doesn't, it won't even matter. It'll be every disqualification. It'll matter who and how and when and where and why. So it's pretty cool. Like, I'm very excited. So I'm very excited about that. We were trying to figure out how to do it in 25. And that's why we would have started maybe 2 months later had we figured out we couldn't do it. But we thought we could, and then we found out we couldn't do it, especially with what happened with my game. Yeah. What grinds my gears now, everybody, I've listened to them. They're like drama.
Yeah.
Think about this. Me and the SSU are so different. Like, we have very little drama, and because I run the thing, like the drama happens with me and wrestlers, like me and people that are in it doesn't happen so much. There's a couple things that happen that I don't like. That I'm not saying that, but like you said, if this isn't, and I tell people right up front, this might not be for you.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to take your character and we're going to do things. So I was listening before where, hey, I had characters, we were running storylines. I tell people up front, I had a guy come to me and he goes, hey, I don't want you to use my character anymore. I said, super good news.
Yeah.
he's got 4 more matches. So we're going to do the 4 matches. I'm not going to disrespect your character. I'll never do that. It doesn't matter what's going on, because that's, I said, but I've got to finish the story, and we're going to finish. Like, we've gone too far to not finish this. So it's 4 more matches. We're going to finish the story. And I don't know who's going to win or lose. Don't get me wrong. But I can find a way in 4 matches to wrap up any storyline.
You never know what can happen. So the creativity is what I love. Like, trying to always, we got to make it better. We got to one up our own game, other people's games. I see other people and they motivate me to do other things. I used to do it because of Rumbles. Yes, I always say 29 losers, but are they losers? So like every time I'd throw Rex in the middle, like if someone beats Rex, if you eliminate him, you get a title shot. So you might be even better off than the person that wins. So it's like you got to try to be creative and throw unique shit in there that will keep guys like, hey, this show sticks out. That title belts, I can tell those are that companies. Like, same things. It's all about individuality and doing it. Shout out to Grinder Gang in the chat. We're going to get into this talk a little bit because, shout out to Jamar too. I see him, Cassie, Tiffany, but Grinder Gang, my man Chance, and I talked about it last year, so it's not really a secret. He has my game right now, Unlock and Showcase and My Rise. I know everyone's telling me it's easy to get the RXP. I've seen it and all that stuff. You can unlock stuff. I have no desire to try to play a match ever. I don't. I really don't.
You know, and speaking of that,
I'm
all
a-
those
I'm a
all those
unicorn.
videos that say, "Hey, you can do it in an hour," they're full of crap. There's no way. I'm beating matches right now in 4 seconds.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It's going to take me. It's going to take me 3 hours,
Yeah,
like 4 hours. Like it's
I think Vince did his in 5. Vince McMahon did a video. He was doing the
yeah,
same
that,
thing.
and that's fast.
He
like, don't
walks
get me
up,
wrong.
you know, with CM Punk, got the lowest guy. He already got the sliders fixed, puts him in a submission. 5 seconds, the match is over. But you got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And that's going to be part of our conversation. It's funny because we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about 2K26. I got a slideshow, but first, and I'm glad you made it, dude, because this is going to be a little bit of fun. We're going to play a little bit of Jeopardy. So we'll be right back after this to play Wrestling Jeopardy and hope it doesn't fuck up real bad like last year. I got 1, 2, 3, 20 seconds to do it. Here we go. Let's see if I got it right. Oh, I had it prepared for. There we go. Save. Bam.
Yeah.
I'm really meticulous about shit, though. Now I'm going to fuck with it. So it's perfect. It's like there's not really a technical OBS layout or stuff like that. So I'm manipulating this as best I can. This is just StreamYards. And, you know, now we got everybody where they should be. And for those that don't know, I love game shows. I want to be a game show host. This is where, you know, eventually the Wrestle Sense, my podcast, where I had 3 guys from the actual wrestling industry that ran indie feds, that wrestled, that fought, that, you know, they fought Shane Douglas, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, all those guys. They're in the ring with the best of the world. You know, CM Punk, I met CJ Sensation when he fought CM Punk right here in my hometown VFW. And we were chanting Pepsi, Pepsi, and getting in CM Punk's head. So I loved Wrestle Sense. That was our podcast. I'm thinking of bringing it back as a game show. You know, I didn't want it to be a disaster like me and Triple Beat had to do last year, and it turned into a really horrible game show. More like the Gong Show. If you remember the Gong Show, it was a really funny show, but there was a lot of cocaine on that set for sure. So we're going to play a little game of Jeopardy. Now, here's how it's set up. We have finishers, tag teams, match types, nicknames, and catchphrases. I didn't see the answers. I don't know the questions. I don't know any of this. This is all, if this doesn't work, we scrap it. We go right to the next segment. So that's where we're at for this.
So we're the guinea pigs, huh?
Yeah. So you guys are the
Love
guinea
it.
pigs. Only fair. Ladies, we're going to go ladies first. So that means Kyle Young, you're up first. Kidding. So totes will be team 1. I thought about doing a banner and doing the score, but that means more work for me. That means you guys in the chat will see it better, but tough titty. Just the score's down at the bottom. All right. So Jiggles and Fusion, you guys are up first. Pick a category and a number.
Come on.
There you go.
Okay, let's go finishers. What do you want to go for?
Go easy. 100.
Oh, 100.
For how much?
100.
Because we're
Stone
sick.
Cold Steve Austin used this version of the Jawbreaker as his finisher.
You should know this.
Come on, I don't know.
Stone Cold Stunner.
I wonder if this game doesn't have the answers. If it doesn't have the answers, we're fucked. Where's the answer at? Reveal correct. See, I'm learning as we go. Spacebar. What is the stunner? You didn't say what is, so you lose.
Oh.
Aha.
What English, man? When will we ever play Jeopardy over here?
I'm kidding. Now, do I have to manually give you guys points? I'm guessing. Yep. All right. So I think if you get it right, you keep going, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
Jiggles and
Right,
Fusion.
let's go tag teams for 200.
Ooh, you're getting risky. The current WWE. Oh man, this is going to be weird because I don't know when this was made.
Oh no.
And I haven't watched Raw for ages, so I
So you have now. I don't know when this Jeopardy was made. I don't know if it's current.
I know who it is.
You want to? You could guess Fusion and Jiggles. If you don't, what do we give it to the next person or what? Give it. Just give
I'll
it.
pass it over to Totes.
You're gonna give it up. All right, Totes.
It's the Usos.
Hold on. I put the wrong total over here. Oh, I just gave it. I can't take it back. Oh, it's only for what's on the board. I fucked that up already.
No, but they can't pass it anyway. I'm just
No.
saying. So,
But
like, I
that
wouldn't
should have
get
been
points
that
for
100
that.
should have been given. I should have gave the 100 to team 2, not team
Yeah.
1. I gave it to Totes.
Yep.
All right. Our scoreboard's already messed up, but since they didn't get it, do you want to guess Fusion and Jiggles?
Yes.
I can't even tell you. The last team I remember having it was AJ and Dragon Lee, but I
Oh,
know
yeah.
they lost it.
I don't think this is that up to date. See, Kevin Owens.
Wow.
It's that
It's that old.
no one would have gotten it.
So now we
That's
know where
about,
it's
like
at.
2 years old. Yeah.
All right, Totes. Now you can go ahead and pick for real.
Let's do finishers for 400.
Triple H uses a sit-out facebuster variation.
Should know that one.
What is? I can't believe. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I can't. I know what it is too. What
oh,
is?
no. He can't think of it.
I can't think of it.
Brain fart.
Yeah, minus 400 for Totes. That's crazy. It's going to come to me too once we move on. That's unbelievable.
You got one last second. You sure you don't want to check what type of dog
Am I
you
allowed to
have?
steal?
What is the pedigree? God, I can't believe I couldn't remember that.
So it's 100-point difference. I gotta give someone 100 points. Somehow I have to give 100 points to Jiggles Infusion. Just keep that in mind. We're gonna give him that one. All right, give it another one. Hold on.
Let's do nicknames for 300.
Son of a plumber grew up to be the American Nightmare.
Cody Rhodes. Who is Cody Rhodes?
Yes. How's his? All right. So 800. Actually 700. And 100 for Jigs Infusion.
Okay, let's do catchphrases for 500.
Ooh, the best there is. That's the hardest one.
The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Ric Flair.
Oh no!
Oh, is it
Bret
not?
Hart.
Oh,
Even I know
dumb.
that.
Ah,
dumb.
he jumped. All right,
So dumb.
jump to it. All right, Kyle, you have a chance to make a run here. 100 to 700 to 0.
You know what? Finishers for 500, please.
Ooh, he's gonna go right for it.
Oh, he's getting big.
The Rock used this submission hold as a secondary finisher.
What is the sharpshooter?
Yeah.
He got it. All right. So there you go, 500. Pick again. I'm getting used to it here. All right. We're catching on.
Okay. So the tag teams one's going to be a little bit weird because that one's just, we don't know where that is. So
If it has a year, it will be.
So
It could ask you a question on what tag team were shoulder.
Yeah,
pads.
might not ask any more current.
Yeah. Someone Google when Sami Zayn and
you know what? Let's do catchphrases for 400, please.
catchphrases 400. And that's the bottom line because he said so. Cow Young.
Who is Stone Cold Steve Austin?
That's right. What? I don't have my what. I don't have my what button.
What?
It's on my my soundboard. All right. Pick again.
You know what? Why not? Finishers for 300, please.
Oh, hold on. I'm finding out.
Finishers for 300.
Finishers for 3. Shawn Michaels super kick finisher. This is for like babies.
What is the sweet chin music?
You gotta just hope someone just has a brain fart again.
I know the pedigree. Like, I'm like, wow.
All right, Kyle.
Yeah, let's go with something kind of easy. Match types for 100.
Match types for 100. So they were tag champs in 2023. So this is like 3 years old. The Battle Royal traditionally sees 30 wrestlers compete for a title shot at WrestleMania, and the only way to be eliminated from the match is to be thrown over the top rope. This Battle Royal. Oh, geez.
What is the Royal Rumble?
Wow.
What
See,
is
I
the
do that.
Thrilla in Manila?
We got to step up the. Wait, is that 5 in a row? We should do 5 in a row and then move on to the next person.
That's
after
fair.
5.
That's
All
fair.
right.
So it's not like I
Yeah.
can't just like go.
Because these are too easy. I'll find more difficult ones. There's like 30 of these though. So if this
think
works well
that's-
like this, we'll have fun with them.
I think that's 4 so far for me.
All right, one more. Good. You got to get 5
Okay.
in a row and then we'll skip.
You know what? Just take it off the board. Match types for 500.
Ooh, you only win this type of match if your opponent cannot beat a 10 count inside or outside the ring. Oh, okay.
What is a last man standing?
See, you could have said false count anywhere if you didn't read the whole thing, or you missed the
Coulda,
part.
yeah.
There you go. All right, so that's your 5. Now we'll go back to Fusion and Jiggles.
So I'm
Here comes the comeback.
out.
Yep, I got to give everybody a chance to come back. Up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that means at least Totes will get another shot, and Kyle will. Jiggles.
Let's have nicknames for 500.
Ooh, greedy. This WWE Hall of Famer is known as the Icon.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
I'll smack
You're
you.
awesome.
If you miss it, I'm
Who is Sting?
all right. Thank you. I was going to have to take you off of this show if you got that wrong. So you actually have 600, and Totes has 700. We got that 100 error that
Yeah.
I lubbied.
One
All right.
area.
All right. So back at it. Jiggles.
Let's go tag teams 500.
Trying to catch up as fast as possible.
Yeah, he and Bautista won the tag team titles in 2003. Batista's first title in the WWE. Huh.
Ooh.
That's true. It's a little tricky. That might be
That's
the
a
most
good
difficult one.
So,
Yeah.
that was part of Evolution. Who is Ric Flair?
Wow, you got it. I would.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
pretty good.
For some reason, I thought Ray. Didn't he tag with Ray too?
Yeah, he did tag with Ray, but then
Yeah.
as soon as I read that 2003, I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Wow.
1,100 for them.
So that's 1 in a row, right? All right. We keep the streak. Keep the streak.
That's 2 in a row.
2 in a row. 2 in a row. All right. Jiggles,
Yeah.
Fusion, pick another.
Let's go match types 400.
Match types 400. In this type of match, you can pin or submit your opponent anywhere in the arena.
There you go. What is false count anywhere?
There you go. You got it. All right. So that's 400 more. And that's 3 in a row. Pick another one.
Let's go nicknames 400.
Are you actually going to answer any of this?
No, you're doing
Known early in his career as the Legend Killer.
Who is Randy Orton?
All right. That's 4. You get one more here.
They're 100 points off.
Oh, that
Let's go catchphrase 300.
catchphrases 300. Rest in peace.
Oh, that's the Undertaker. Even I know that. Or what is the
Who is the
Undertaker? Or who?
What is he? I don't know what he is.
What is?
What, who is the Undertaker?
Or what? He could be considered a what? I don't know. So that's your 5. So now you guys take the lead at technically 2,718 for Kyle, 700 for Totes, and he is on the board.
Tag teams for 400.
Go where the money is. Along with Roman Reigns, he tag team champ. He tag team champ as part of the Shield. Oh, it gets one. You got 50-50 chance.
I know. I'm like, which one did it?
I don't know.
I don't know why I can't. Like, I could see his face too. I know all. One guy's in AEW. The other guy is.
Which Shield member did he team to win the tag titles with?
I don't know.
Oh, he's
I can't. I
from the
seriously. Yeah, and I know.
You know?
He's married to Becky Lynch. that's what makes it worse. Like, I know.
Drawing a
I'm going from realtor brain to
yeah,
wrestling brain. It's not working right now. Yeah, I don't know.
Beast in the house. Good to see you. Chat throwing up some names. I'm just catching up. No guess.
No guess.
Oh, I don't even know which one.
I do.
You know which one?
I do.
Jiggles Fusion. You know which one it is?
You know, didn't you?
There's 2 to choose from.
I'm going to take a guess at who is Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
No,
there
is
we
it-
go.
is
That's
it
who I would have guessed. Becky Lynch's husband, but I couldn't think of Seth Rollins. That's
Mrs.
funny.
Rollins?
Couldn't think of the name.
Yeah,
Mrs. Rollins.
yeah,
All right.
Mr.
back-
Lynch.
It goes back to Kyle.
All right. Let's clean it up. Finishers for 200.
Randy Orton uses a cutter variation as his well-known finisher.
What is the RKO?
What is an RKO? You got it wrong. No, I'm just kidding. You got it.
I was gonna say.
Actually,
All
that's in proper English.
RKO. Yeah, I know. Whoever did this, that's a couple flubs already. Pick another one, Kyle.
Let's go. Catchphrases for 200.
Can you smell what he's cooking?
Who is The Rock?
Let's see how fast you can blare through these ones. Go ahead. He's around. Going to be easy. That's 2 in a row.
That's 2 in a row for me. Let's do match types for 300.
The Undertaker has appeared in this type of match 14 times, in the most of any wrestler, and competed in the very first one against Shawn Michaels.
Ooh, there's 2 matches I could think of for this. Most of any wrestler.
It is a 50-50. I don't know the answer either. I can't play the music.
Okay.
I played it before and I got
What
copywritten.
is-
Who is? What is? Where is? How is?
Can we give a hint?
No.
No, you can't. Why would you help me? Why would you help me? You
This is the only time we look brainy.
What is the casket match? Ah.
Nope.
Oh,
That
So there
makes
was 3
sense. He
options.
had that big entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is life.
Buried alive, casket, or now I thought about it, Hell in a Cell.
So technically, Team 2 is tied with Team 3.
Yeah. Team 2, Team 3 are tied.
And right now,
Sudden
Jiggles
death
and
answers.
Fusion 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Totes will get 1, but he's not going to be able to come back. Now, who? It's up to
No, I say it's
how-
sudden death right now
and who can Jiggles get it? Pick
That's
one.
between those two.
match tops 200.
There's no daily double. Is this special type of ladder match? A briefcase is suspended over the ring with competitors competing to grab the case, which holds the guaranteed title shot contract inside.
What is Money in the Bank?
Yeah, they were just talking about it.
I got
Money-
one right. Woohoo!
All right,
Oh,
pick another one, Jiggles.
Tag teams 300.
The Hardy Boys are from what state?
Oh,
You're not-
that's a
and they're from the UK. You might not know.
I know this
I
one.
know, but I don't know if it's a state. There's 2 parts to it. That's why I don't know if it's it's North Carolina.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah,
I was going to
that's
say, if
one
you
state.
asked me what part
I'm
of the
impressed.
UK, I wouldn't know any areas of the UK. I'd be like, England? That's all. So that's a good one. That one might have just clinched it right there. All right.
Nicknames 200.
This one will clinch it. The Heartbreak. Oh, my God. The man with the worst
just a
theme
few of
song
his
ever.
nicknames.
Can't remember.
Heartbreak Kid and Mr.
Kyle
WrestleMania.
Macklin's theme song. That's your clue. Who is
No.
Shawn Michaels?
That's it.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, that clinched it for them.
Yeah. Go ahead. You just pick. Let's just work them out here.
Yeah, that one to do.
WWE tag team with the longest tag team title reign. That's a tough one. Jiggles and Fusion. Can you get it?
Who is the Usos?
Oh, wow. You're pulling them all out. You got it. Catchphrases. Despite what he says, you can see him.
You can't see me.
Oh, John Cena. Who is John Cena?
See? Nah.
Not my favourite wrestler.
And nicknames the wrestler who had acknowledged as the head of the table. It's Fusion.
Who is Roman Reigns?
Fusion. It's Fusion's the head of the table. There you go. Well, that was
That's
fun.
a brain.
3,000, 2,000, and 800.
That was fun. It worked a lot better than I thought it would.
I think though,
yeah.
for this, if you could do it going forward, I think you go through the 3 rounds. or the 2 rounds.
And then whoever, then just
And
the
then-
two that in the lead.
Well, and then you'd have to rotate 1 question per
Yeah.
at the end.
Go back
You know what I
and
mean?
forth.
Because that would have gave.
That might have been the best case
Yeah,
scenario.
because that website
Yeah,
does
that's fine.
have a ton of different ones. I'm hoping some are more difficult, but I just wanted to test it. If that,
But
and
yeah,
that
you go
worked
through
pretty
2
good.
rounds, 2 solid rounds with the 5. That's a great rule. And I think in the 3rd round, it just round robin rotates.
Now I do have Family Feud on my PlayStation 4, and we've done that online before,
Yeah, I
streamed
love-
that live, so we can do
love
that
that.
again.
Also,
too.
odds I definitely have room to speak, you asshole.
And maybe the other ones I was thinking, there are different grids you can pull up and have people guess like who is this and this to try to pick a grid. Obviously trivia and Wheel of Fortune somehow. There's a couple Wheel of Fortune things I'm looking into to see if we can do something like that too. So yeah, just wanted to have some fun with it. We're going to take a little break and come back and talk about the elephant in the room, or the video game elephant in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, the goddess of pain.
Well, hello there. We see you lurking. You're in the shadows, in the rafters, maybe even in the bushes. Yeah, we know you're there. So while you're out there lurking and a jerking, why don't you jerk that finger on up there, hit the like button, and maybe the share button as well. Show some love for Blaze McCoy and LTD. We know you like it already because you're watching. You can come join us in the chat, really. You don't have to be shy. We won't bite. And if we do, it's not that hard. We'll make sure you enjoy it.
Professional lurkers are welcome. Feel free to stop in and leave a comment. We'll give you a shout out. Professional lurkers are welcome. Right here on the Blaze Radio Network, here on YouTube. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Yeah, so you guys thought I was talking about 2K26, did you? The elephant in the room, my little LTD promotion. We're going to take a quick, we will be getting to the 2K26 at the end of my slide, and I'll bring everybody back and we'll talk about it. Let's give them something to talk about. Where is my, there we go. No, that's not it. Here's your scoreboard for the 3-ring circus that just ended. Those who won 2 or 3 out of their 3 triple threat matches ended up going into the finals. So you saw there's 6 in the lethal division for the men, 5 for the Empire and the men, 4 for the women on each side. So that just led to the matches we had yesterday, which we'll go over quickly shortly. The Gathering roster over 42, 43, I think it's at 44 Efeds represented. Here are all the players in the game. 64 men, 32 women, double elimination tournament. Keep in mind, if you lose and then you lose in the elimination bracket and you're done 2 weeks, I still put you in matches the following week. We mix in regular shows. So you still have, I'll try to get everybody a match a week, just like you always had. Next week, we have 4 shows. I'm hoping to do them all. Unless I get sick, I'm on that verge of possibly sick, possibly just power through. But spring is right around the corner, and so are the Garden Streams. I can't wait. Good luck to everybody in the Gathering. This was your championship going into yesterday after all the tag teams. The Bounty Hunters finally grabbing gold. Totes, Digital, and Drew are your G6 champs. Out of all the tag titles, those are the only ones that changed. Rebellion, your tag champs. Mixed tag champs are the same. Triage champs are still Molly and Eben Dawn. Which reminds me, Dawn has some new penicillin commercials she sent me. I got to get some of those ready to go. But now it looks like this after last night. Pow! New world champion, Clinton McCleary. New princess, Miss Jiggles. So we got 2 belt holders. No offense to Laura Wells, Kyle's character, but Jiggles has a title. Totes has a title. Where's yours, Kyle Young? Maybe since Blaze is coming back to Second City Dojo, maybe Kyle Young could make a return to LTD to try to make a title run. We'll see. But Angelita became your battle queen for the 3rd time. Atticus grabbed the warrior title. That is the titles all done. All the title shots will now be based on the Gathering final standings. However, in the Blitzkrieg, Mordrin already earned a Blitzkrieg title shot. Totes already got a Blitzkrieg title shot. Atticus, Joker, and Lance are already Blitzkrieg title shots. And Vulture and Count already have Crazy 8. All the other title shots are up for grabs in the Gathering. So if you finish 4th or 5th or even 6th in the Gathering, You're still going to get some kind of title shot. Same thing for the ladies. All right, moving on. We went to Sunshine Beach. I love, now it sucks because just like Totes was talking about, I got to create all the same damn arenas over again for the new game. So I'm going to wait. We got a month for some patches and some things to get better. But Sunshine Beach, one of my favorite, I gave the storyline of my daughter has basically taken over Daytona Beach and Long Beach, made them Sunshine Beach. So we had some fun shows there. The theme song's fun, all that good stuff. Lanale Island, once again, another arena. Hopefully they make the Lanale Island and I could just adapt it because I got about 20 arenas, but I'm just going to make 3 or 4 to start the new game. It's such a process because I'm not a game player. I don't play the game at all. I'm all about creations. We're about to get into that. We had the semifinals of the 3-ring circus. And then we had the eliminator, which was the final reward matches. So we don't have any reward matches either. I can book who's gonna book the first match in 2K26. That'll be decided in roulette soon. Yeah, former Cuba and Hawaii, if he follows along. And then we got to the 3-ring circus finals yesterday. The men's semifinalists, as you saw on the top of that listing, Andy, Gav, Drum, Vulture, Wasson, and Caliber. In the Empire division, it was Iceman, Jer, Logan, Arman, Bruiser Braddock, and Lance. A nice mix of new characters that just got here and characters that have been here. The ladies, you got Kicker, Molly, Jen, the former Battle Queen now, and Tiffany. And we had the Puppet, who is now gone. The Puppet is gone after losing this match and another match. The Puppets are gone. They're not part of the 32 women. But we had Puppet, Dallas, Jade, and Patty in one semifinal. I know some of you will be mad the Puppet's gone. And you have the Beast and Blake Bradley, the youngest wrestler in LTD history. The Beast beating Blake Bradley, a veteran, again, 2 in a row. Rumor has it that's going to a best of 7, though. We're going to test those 2 newbies out. Shulky and Yang was supposed to be a match, but Puppet was thrown into a triple threat, and Shulky won. Puppet is off the roster. But she's probably going to find a way to lurk her way back in here somehow. We saw the debut of Vince McSham's Sheikah Hero on the right. We saw the return of Lord Amadeus. We saw the runner of RAWF. We saw Mr. Amazing from Shockwave Wrestling return. And, of course, right here, R.I.P. Hunter McIntyre. His real-life owner has passed away. We did the honoring him before with the video and everything. We will miss you, Hunter. He ran Future Championship Wrestling on YouTube. But we're going to immortalize him and honor him through the gathering. So we brought those 4 characters in. Jiggles became the Warrior Princess with the win over LD and Lita. Played a little hot potato with titles here. Atticus won the Warrior title, the former Internet Championship over Dragonheart. Brian LG had the title. Our new Battle Queen is Lita. She lost the Princess title, became the Queen. Huh? What do you know? LD and now former Queen Jen. Just thinking about creating all these characters again. Same, like I told you guys, and we'll get into 26 talk here in just a minute. Don't be afraid to evolve your character. Change him a little bit. Maybe if he's gotten older, like as I got older, I took more kicks and stuff off of Blaze and said he skipped leg day, did that story. So don't be afraid to evolve your character. Give your character a weakness. We talked about that before on a show. No, if you play Dungeons and Dragons, you play any of these role-playing games, characters have weaknesses. Wins and losses really don't matter as much as how you play the game. And storylines you can create in the live chat. Give yourself a weakness. Make it fun. Play off your losses. Clinton McCleary has fought forever to become a world champ. And he now is. He's also, if you look back to the champions, he's a Grand Slam champion too, winning his 4th different singles title. So congratulations to Clint. See, I got through that pretty quick. The Gathering, March Madness. I love March Madness college basketball stuff. I'm a big tournament guy, but I got to try to twist and turn tournaments to make them fun differently. Like the Stable War is a tournament, but it's different. This is the big picture. Let's get in a little closer so you guys can actually see what's going on. Here's the first bracket. Day 1 is the first 8 matches that you guys pick through roulette. Day 2 will be the second 8 that you guys pick through roulette and coexisting with the women's first 4 matches. So Shamrock and Totes just ends up being the main event of day 2, which I can't wait for that because Sean Shamrock challenged Totes to that matchup. Now, there will be I don't call it the losers bracket. I call it the elimination bracket because nobody's losers. Psych, you're all a bunch of losers. Except for one person that's going to win. Here's the other bracket, the Gathering. And I did see some of them AI logos. I took that top logo and just threw it in and said, update it this way or that way. And I got the bottom logo, which is a little more different. And then the other two, I just figured I'd show off some of the little AI logos. And those were simple. I'm not talking about getting into detail like Totes was talking about how him and Shamrock really get into detail. Sometimes I do that. These ones, I just said, give me a new logo in space for the Gathering with a world behind it, whatever. Make it blue. And then when it was done, I said, give me another version of it. And it gave me a different one. So here are your matchups for round 1. Day 1 will be a Tuesday. Day 2 will be a Wednesday. Day 3 will be Thursday. Day 4 is Saturday. Whether it's this week or next week, I'll let you know tomorrow if I'm feeling better. It's been up and down recently, honestly. Weather changing gets me. Here's the ladies, the female Battle Queen version. Jiggles fighting Cougar in round 1 is pretty crazy. LD and Sasha. I hope LD beats the piss out of that bitch. Puppet. Wait, Puppet's in there. Never mind. I thought, how'd she get back in there? I have 32 cards, and I believe I forgot the Puppet in there. But these are your first, same thing, not a loser's bracket, but an elimination bracket. And then the winners will get title shots. That is the Gathering. Nightbot's been dropping links to the challenge website where you can follow the brackets. I'll follow the brackets and post these all over social later on tonight and throughout in the Discord and X and everything. Next week, we have Triple Beat, Mordrin, Vince McSham, and Count Z. We're going to talk about where we're at with 2K26, which we're about to dive into now. And we're going to talk a little bit about being a hero and a villain, playing the role of the good guy and bad guy. We're the tweener, which to me, the way I treat LTD, it's pre-apocalyptic world. Everyone's out to, win for their family, and it's just desolation unless you're a good fighter. So everyone's a tweener. It's up to you where you lean your character in the chat and in the groups and in the promos. You want to be more good guy, more bad guy? Totally on you. To me, everybody's tweener. You control how your character is pervade. Count. Now, I know some of you are always a bad guy, like Count Z. Vince McSham, they'll be the bad guys. Mordrin used to be a bad guy all the time. Now he played the good guy. Triple Beat, Mordrin, they could be the good guys. We'll have some fun with it next week. And don't ask Totes, but everyone has their own philosophy behind good guy, bad guy too. And it is based on, that's my philosophy behind it. On other shows, it may be different. There may be a strict line. Good guy, bad guy. There may be blurred lines. There could be mostly bad guys, and some people don't want to be the goody good guy. Or there could be everyone wants to be everybody's friend. They're all good guys, and people are afraid to be the bad guy. Or they take the bad guy gimmick too far. I'm an evil demon from the dead. Like Clinton McCleary calls himself the devil. Am I going to say he's literally the devil? No, he's a guy who self-proclaims himself the devil. Devil on one shoulder, angel on the other. I do that for Leo Angel. Use it for a character, whatever. Yay! Triple B got to tier 40. We'll be unlocking. There's a lot of shit that got unlocked in there, man. A lot. So I got big shout out once again to Chance for helping me out with all this play the game shit that I don't do. And people are even telling me, dude, it's so easy. You can literally get in the ring, do one move and win. You just got to do it for 3 to 5 hours. I was like, no, thank you. But everyone else plays the game. I don't. So next week will be fun, and we'll touch base on 2K26 again, talk about their companies. The following week, we got Atticus, Kelly, and Solo. Now, we may add another person. Solo also works during the weekend, so hopefully we get him here on time. If not, I got backup plans. Like right now, I could bring anybody from the summits in because the StreamYard link is in the Summit Discord channel. I want to talk about the dynamic between CRW and Blood Moon because Atticus and Kelly, they run two different federations, but they do coexist. Atticus and Kelly live, they're together. They're a couple. In real life, they run their shows together too. So it's a new dynamic. Different than what Totes and Solo got cooking. Different than what me and Shifty did before when we did a back-to-back show. It's beautiful when people do work together. And going back to what Totes said, that's why I tried the 2100 storyline, because people kept coming in and go, I just won the world title, or I'm this over there. I'm the king on this channel, or I'm this over here. I'm on that over there. Now you haven't slept together yet, but you never know. You never know. It's a great thing. This community. I fell in love with a lot of you too. Me and Count, there's rumors of me and Count hide out and have fun in a dark alley. Miss God and Goddess of Pain watches. Who knows? But we will talk more in depth about, actually running the shows, the differences you're going to see just by talking to all these different people. And we'll bring it back to a 5th episode where I'm just going to bring people on and they're going to have 5 to 10 minutes just to talk. I'm just going to talk just like I did with these guys. Rapid fire. Come on, talk about it, and then bring everybody together and talk about 2K26. Week 1, we brought on Twitch. Ben, we got to hear from GPW, Odds, and Riley. 4 completely different ways to run an Efed. Twitch is all female, and he mixes in anime characters. He's been doing it forever. Commentary is his main thing. He has more energy than anybody that I've seen doing commentary. And he knows all the moves, and he's super enthusiastic. Ben, complete opposite, but great in his own way. Great storylines, great people. But the matches are put together with highlight reel. So he's predetermined. He can match his story however he wants. It just takes forever. So they don't have 4 shows a week like I would or a live show would. Odds Cornett, he runs his show differently. He's taken a long break before he comes back. Months from any e-fedding before he comes back. But CPW's been going on for a while. Riley, he has his real life wrestling that he's doing in House of Glory and all the New York places. He also is a manager and a referee too. So he's been doing a lot too, but he's going to bring his content back, and he mixes the casino aspect and old wrestling video games in it too. No, Yeti, no. Oh, goodness gracious. But sometimes we have to do it for these.
Yes, bitch. Ooh, this my song. I'm about to do it for the Yeti, bitch.
For the Yeti.
Fuck that
shit. For the Yeti. Oh, God. She gon' buzz it for the Yeti. Oh God, she gon' buzz it for the Yeti. Now do it for the, do it for the, do it for the, do it for the, yeah, do it for the, do it for the, do it for the, do it for the Yeti. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. It's time. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. It's time. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. Do it for the, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh yeah, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, Yeti, 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 Yeti. She gon' buzz it for the Yeti. Yeti, 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 Yeti.
Yeti is more over now than he has been for a long time. And he's not even in the company for a while. He's always welcome back, Yeti. Welcome back. The Wild-Eyed Yeti has been in LTDs, a member of the Great Hall. There he is. He runs his own underground federation late at night. You can catch him doing his thing as well. Yeti, over like Rover as always. Always welcome back. You never know, we're going to surprise you, and the Yeti actually shows up. Charles Adderley in the house. Welcome. That's our roving reporter from the Bahamas. Give us our weather report, Charles Adderley. Literally, he lives in the Bahamas. Yeah, I'm jealous. So that was our first show. We saw Odds Cornett. Make sure you check him out. Check out Riley. There's a belt in my hand. Very clever. He's the only, if you type in "there's a belt in my hand," you're going to find his channel. Same thing I did with Blaze Radio. Make your channel name very unique, and it's easy to find. Yeti has a high anus. We know you're 7 foot tall. Your anus is real high. No one's trying to mess with you. DC Twitch Gaming Network. We had him on as well. And now today we got Totes, Kyle Young, and Jiggles and Fusion. The game was fun. He's a Second City Soldier. That's Kyle Young's. We talked a little bit about his company, his vision going forward. Been doing it for quite a while. Fusion, him and Jiggles, you're guaranteed to be entertained when you go to Beyond Your Soul Wrestling. It's a hoot. Great people, great characters, always fun. Make sure you guys check them out and subscribe as well. Fusion 1982. Making me feel older because that's probably when you were born, right? 82. 73. I'm 52 and proud. Totes and McGoats also. His AI stuff is amazing that he's doing. He talked about it. I didn't want to brag too much for him, but like he said, he's not just going into AI and saying, do this. He's going in and really directing it. And it takes a long time to get it what you want to do, especially when you get it animated. and you get those characters interacting with each other. Now, for highlight reel feds in the future, this is what I was alluding to. The things that Totes are doing right now can be used with highlight reel federations or companies that use OBS or pre-recorded shows. He could stop his show and show a segment with Totes, the digital animated character, talking a promo or out back. Like, that's the next step of where this AI is going to go. People are going to incorporate. Some have already done it. If you've seen SWW on YouTube, I've watched that a few times. They incorporate AI and look like the mouths are talking. I think it's Q. Is it Q BMH? I think that has incorporated a couple of those little AI thing commercials now, or segments that he's using little AI with the characters, or, you know, plus they're using highlight reel, just capturing stuff and using it for the characters to talk. It's brilliant. I love it. So check out our guests and their shows. The CAW Summit, all these different companies. I wish I could bring everybody in, but I'm bringing as many as I can to talk about their companies. And like I said, on the 29th, the final week, it's free for all. Everybody can come in. Let any of these showrunners come in and plug their shows. Whenever we do the gathering, all 44 links to all their channels will be in the description of every gathering show. I have the list already. I'm going to copy and paste it because you can't really edit it until you go live on a PlayStation. I don't have a Premiere I have to go live and then copy and paste it from Word and throw it in there. But it'll have every link to every channel of every logo that you see on this screen. So you can easily click, go to another one. If you're watching the gathering, you can go to another show, check out what they do. You never know when you're going to find another company that you enjoy, or when you can't stand it, you want to stay away from. So now we're going to bring everybody back on and we're going to talk a little bit, just like I did before. I'll send it over to each of you guys to talk a little bit of this is the first slide. I do have the patch notes, so we'll talk about things that are getting patches and problems. We'll talk about that as well. And I also, what's the other slide? I think that might be it. Also, and the DLC. So we'll talk about the DLC as well. But I want to just focus on, first of all, son of a biscuit, new features or returning features. You know, how you're using them, these are all the list here. And there's a couple other ones, you know, the things that are going on right now that we will talk about. Just a real quick hits, and then I'll go to each of you guys to kind of talk about one or two of the things on the list you want to elaborate on or whatever as far as the game. I'm hearing that Xbox and PlayStation are on separate community creations right now.
I can verify that, yes.
Okay, now I know PC was supposed to be, but now it's all three are separate. Whether they patch that or not, we'll discuss here in a second. Weapon submissions are not on there. Barricade climbing, but those are the ones that I keep saying, will the AI do it? The Rumble picture-in-picture, unless you are like me and if you turn all the gauges off, you still got to go in and turn that one feature on for it to tell you the names that are coming out. So that kind of sucks, but you do have a video picture-in-picture now, the person running in. But unless you change that one slider, it won't show up. I think that's the only extra ones that weren't on the list. Custom arenas still having some issues. We'll get to that when we get to the other stuff. Now, the one big shining problem that I hope isn't an issue, I don't know if anyone else has seen it yet, there's a disclosure whenever you use a custom arena. So anytime you design a custom arena, use a custom arena. As soon as I went to create that one, it said custom arenas can cause the game to malfunction, something to that effect. So they are opening up and out for anything that fucks up as far as a custom arena. They can say, that's what we were talking about. I'm afraid that scares me, but I get it. That's the business reason. Now they just put that disclaimer out there to say, I forget the exact wording, but it's basically saying you're running a risk if you're using a custom arena. Now, until that,
but to be fair, they've been doing that.
Yeah,
like they just haven't said it.
Yeah, but now they're saying it. So I don't, the only takeaway is for me, as I'm saying, is that might give them a scapegoat to not fix something. I hope not, but we'll see. So
I got super bad news on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why they did it. So if there's something that keeps fucking up on custom arenas, they're going to say, we did tell you.
Like,
can I throw out the disclaimer real quick?
Yeah, elaborate. Totes.
Something that I've learned.
Then we'll go to Kyle. Good, Totes.
So if you guys have ever had because this is 2K25 for me in a nutshell. Right there at the end, all of a sudden, I've got a corrupted save file. I know it hit Blaze, it hit a bunch of people. You got to go in, you got to delete that file and do everything. There's a way around it. Like I stream on a computer, not on my PlayStation, so I can take my PlayStation offline and I can stream that way. I told them what the problem was. I told them how they could fix the problem because in other video games, like I don't know, the Division 2 or any other shooter game that has a battle pass, I know that's a little salt in the wound, but any other game that has a battle pass, they can actually roll your account back a week or 2 weeks or whatever. 2K can't do that. That's a problem. Like they could have rolled my account back because here's what happened. Here's why I have a bad file. I was uploading CAWs so that if something ever happened, I could download them. And when I was updating those CAWs and uploading them, my game crashed. And now it won't allow me to go back on. So I'm just saying it's weird that we paid $150 for a game that there's servers that they don't have this capability.
Now, from what I heard, your game save data is separate from your ringside pass.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If that happens again this time around, because the ringside pass is saved in a cloud, your game save data is saved to your PC. Now, if you get corrupted save data, and that Totes got it, I got it, a lot of people got it in 25. If that happens, according to what they're telling us, allegedly, we got to use for everything here with 2K. If you're corrupted to save data, you got to start the game over. You start the game over, but it'll access from your PlayStation login, your Battle Pass stuff, and all that stuff will be unlocked.
Yeah,
that's a good
thing for sure. Yeah, for sure.
But
that is.
Kyle, you had something to say about this.
I said I haven't really tested much of anything that's going on in here, other than the fact that I've just been now starting to make my calls.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I keep hearing all everything that's going on. Like you're now mentioning the whole arena thing. I didn't know that.
Here it is. This is what shows. The show contains a custom arena. Using custom arenas can cause unexpected gameplay results and/or lighting conditions. So, I guess.
Okay.
You know, that literally says if your gameplay results are wacky for some reason and it's a custom arena, like say the new barricade, it's not working. They're going to say, tough shit, we ain't fixing it. We're worried about the kid that has grandma's credit card and buying all this shit in the island. That's what they're worried about. They don't give a fuck about CAW.
If they
good,
I say if they do do this whole thing where it's like, okay, we warned you, we're just gonna say we warned you, and then we're not gonna fix anything.
I don't think they're gonna fix anything, but I'm just thinking there could be certain things they won't.
Way because it's like,
oh hell yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up.
I'd say it's gonna rub people the wrong way, where it's like,
but like Toads keeps saying,
we're basically spending money to get these games every year.
We have to twist the game and adapt to what we want to do. That's from day one. When I first came into this game, I realized there's certain match types you're not going to use because they either last too long or make no sense as far as AI versus AI. There's certain moves that you're not going to use, maybe the supernatural ones that look ridiculous, and you don't want that in your show. There's going to be certain move sets you're going to have to go. It's a continuous game of us Efeders twisting and turning this game to mold it and make it what you want. That's why, and I do complain, but I'd rather not, because it's not going to get us anywhere. It's not going to, we got to just deal with what we got. I know it's a shitty attitude to an extent. People are saying just boycott. There's not going to be enough. If every Efeder that did AI versus AI and used this game this way quit, they would say, who cares? That's less than 5% of their target audience, but it means the world to us. Creations and universes, all I do. I'm a unicorn. I'm not like most people out there that actually play the game at all. So, Jiggles Fusion, what do you think about this we're talking about?
I think it's hard. It's difficult for us because we're like you. We just roll with it.
Yeah,
if we get problems, we get problems. It is what it is. You can't do anything to fix it. They're not going to make it better. It's how you bounce back. I mean, we've done a stream where we had 4 crashes. We had 4 crashes in one live stream. And it was literally like, oh, here we go again. Take 2, take 3, take 4.
That's the worst. I mean, it crashes and, permanent glitches that really, like the tattoo glitch when we guys went through that. Everybody's tattoos was fucked up in 25 for a while.
I hated that.
Things like that is what I'm talking about. Little glitches that they can fix. they've shown that they open an eye to creations in 25 and 26 more than they did in 23 and 24. We're getting patches for creation stuff on day one. Let's hold off to talk on the actual issues and patches because I got the patch notes in a second. We'll start with Jiggles and Fusion. Out of this list of new things or returning things, which just pick two and talk a little about which ones you guys are really interested in or want to use or you think will be fun.
So for me, like I've already said, cash-ins.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be fun because if you're doing a live, someone could message in the live chat and say, I want to cash in. And then it changes the dynamic of the match. It changes dynamics of storylines if you've got it going. Surprise attacks, if they do it right. And hopefully, if you can say who's going to attack who, I think that's another thing that would give a dynamic to the storyline. Like I could message you, Blaze, and say Fusion wants to attack Damien before his match. That's what I'm hoping they're going to do with that. Whether they will or not, or whether it's just going to be, someone else is running in.
Yeah, adding a little realism to it. It goes along. I call them they're quality of life things. These little things that they're adding that we find ways to tweak them out. Having a trigger to cash in, I might use that. I normally control when the cash ins are, but other places, easily. That's fun. Yeah. Oh yeah. I normally structure my show in 9 matches to be 2 to 3 hours, so I can't really add a bunch of matches. I don't want to, but some people. I definitely will use that. Even more so before I get to it, the mystery chamber that they have. I'm going to use that a lot. The mystery opponent. When I'm setting up your match card, you set up the match and then you go back to it and you say, oh, I'm going to make this one a mystery opponent. So like all these returns I just did, I could have made them 3 mysteries fighting that Sheikah hero. So we knew Vince McShane was bringing his character in. When it came to the other 3, they could have been blacked out silhouettes until their entrance. And now here's another thing. I didn't think I'd use show mode as much because it doesn't show the graphic and all this stuff and I can't stop it. But when I do want to surprise someone and don't want to see the graphic, that's what I had to do before. Now I can show the graphic. It's blanked out. It's a mystery opponent. Plus I can take 2 people because you're going to know 2 of them. And the other 4, put them as mystery in a chamber. Then you got 2 people fighting and 4 blacked out chambers. Like that's a game in itself. You guys here's my advice to a lot of people. Find a way to get people to watch your show even when their character isn't fighting. That's the challenge. Because everyone's going to come in, especially people in a million feds. They're going to come in, they're going to watch their match, and they're going to leave because someone else is live or they got a match over here. That's just the way it is. So that's why a lot of times I hold roulette off until late in the show because I want you guys to stick around. I'm going to say there's a surprise after the main event or Blaze is going to make an announcement after the main event because I get it. I do the same thing. I'll go to your show and watch Sunshine Marigold fight or Blaze, and then I got to go over here. I got to do something else. I'll come back and watch the rest. I can't expect some of these users, once again, 3 levels of the game, the high-end users that are in 20 feds, they're not going to be in every fed and watch every show start to finish. But if you try to make your show a little more unique and give them reasons to stay when they're not fighting, like the poll, put up a poll, they pick, see how many you can guess right. That's interaction. Just reading their names in the chat. At the end of the show, I read off everybody's name from the top fans. People want to hear their names said. The interaction is so key. And some people, the interaction is not as important. That's just me. What about you, Jiggles? Is there anything on this list that you're really looking for? I know it's the hair color blending. Come on.
Yeah, it is. I'm more creative than anything. And I've tried the hair color blending.
Yeah.
And I love it. It is so easy to do compared to 25 because 25 is so fiddly.
Yeah.
So I really love that.
And I think the body morphing.
Yeah, the face and body morphing. I mean, come on, Jigs has got to have big boobs and she can.
Well, we've seen a lot of creative they'll have the chest plate, which makes the boobs look bigger and has the depth, and they will use that as a tattoo for the chest. And then over top, put stuff to make the titties look bigger and stuff. I get it. We even have the big BBL, the big butt that sticks out now in 26, where it literally sticks out. I don't have the picture on me right now.
Butt, didn't you? I'm not over keen on the big butt side, but the boobs, I mean, Jiggles cannot have flat boobs. I mean, come on. So, but yeah, mine's all creation for me. I let him do all the matches and everything, and I do the cause. So,
yeah, and that's the way they got it going. What about Kyle, anything on the list you want to bring up, talk about, focus on, or that really sticks out to you?
Okay, so I was gonna mention the hair color blending, but then Jiggles beat me to the punch.
No, you can still mention it. What do you like about it? What do you think about it? What are you going to use it for? Like, do you think a lot of people are going? Is it just going to be for girls? I saw Totes using it where you can blend like the gray to black and make a dude look like he has tips or he's gray or show the roots, all kind of stuff. Kyle,
I was gonna try to use that for Kyle because Kyle's the character's getting older and older. Maybe I'll try to work with that to get more gray into his hair naturally, or potentially I can I have a couple other colors that in previous games have had like hair that's like it will fade from like red to black or whatever. Now with this, it's a lot easier for me to do.
Yeah. And I have seen it work. It does look very easy. Like Jiggle said, it's easy. I've seen Totes using it. Here's the butt. There's the dupa. Look at that. Now, if you want to give someone a big ass, which, hey, there you go. That's literally looks like a Brazilian butt lift. So there you have it. So, I mean, it's creative. There's a lot of things that we can do. The morphing I really wanted back because I tried to make Blaze look like he's top heavy, like Brock Lesnar's body and skinny legs, like not super skinny, but I want him to look like he has that. The moveset reflects it because I try not to put any kicks but one or two. That he's not going to use his legs or he's not doing leg drops and stuff. But now I can make him a little scrawnier legs, but not too, you still want to make him look like a wrestler, but now you can define things. The face morphing, I talked about Yeti and Eevee. They would make faces. You'd think it was a face scan, but it's not just because they took time to morph the shit out of a face. What about you, Totes?
I gotta run, but I'm holding off for as long as I could because I know nobody would talk about this, and we tested it on stream. And it works, and it's phenomenal. So obviously the 200 slots of hair blending, match types I don't really care about, to be fair. Entrance taunts can go. LED barricade support, love it. But the moveset sequence, it actually works. And it doesn't work all the time, which is perfect because it doesn't work all the time in real life. So they had to be in the ring. Like if you're going to throw a guy into the ropes or you're going to do this. So they can do the moves at any time. But when they start their moveset, I say this a lot with our wrestlers. For some reason, it's been baked into the game anyway. I have like 4 wrestlers for the cause that we created that when they hit this one move, I know they're going to do the next move. And when they hit that next move, if they hit the third move, the match is over. They're going to win the match. It's just the sequence that they happen to do. Now, if you don't know a lot about wrestling, luchador wrestling style is like 12 move sets in a row. You can do up to 10, but you could still scale that back a couple and you can make a luchador move set and they can be interrupted at any time. It's just what the wrestler wants to do. And the thing I didn't realize is you can make it so it's either their favorite or it's not their favorite. So they'll only do it at the end of the sequence. So if it's like, they use John Cena as an example, but if it's at the end of the match and it's setting up his finisher, you can set up a sequence for that, and each wrestler gets 3 of those. So you could do something like to open up a match. You're only going to see this early on in a match. They're going to try to run these 5 moves. You could reverse it. Like there's no time that that you could do that. But so that is one of the bigger things that I see. I like all the additions to the game. Like we always like additions. I like that they added the new matches. Don't get me wrong, but I saw a lot of things where people this year are talking about, they're pissed off about, the graphics aren't as good. I want to.
I disagree. I think they're.
I do too. Like I think they're a lot better than people realize.
Yeah, the details.
Like if you create CAWs, but it's not. I don't need a graphical jump forward. The graphics since 19 are pretty good. You know what I mean? Like that's not. Like they could be better, but I need a stable game.
It's the quality of life of the game. That's exactly it.
If they can do it, it makes all the show guys.
Yeah, we would trade in all the new stuff for a game that doesn't crash and glitch. But it's never going to be perfect. But
no.
Totes, real quick before you go. I'm going to come back around. I want your take on what have you discovered. Because you've dove into like the creation and stuff like that. Any drawbacks, any things you really want to put out? Like we've already had patches that address the images not mapping correctly. and some of the creation stuff. What have you encountered so far? Just sum up real quick your experience with 26 since Friday.
So here's the problem right now. The biggest problem for me, and the biggest problem that will be for any show, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it. If you try to use, they kind of changed the way you create belts. It's the same, but they put things in a different spot. If you use their created parts, and there's a lot more of them this year, which is phenomenal. Thank God they did that. And you try to take a custom image and put it on top of a created part.
Oh boy.
Like, let's say you wanted to take the Brahma bull skull and you put it on there, and then you wanted to take, like, I use the word universal. I make my own so that they stick out.
Yeah.
If you try to take a created image and put it on there, it will completely destroy the mapping of the Brahma bull right now. Of their, and I'm just using the Brahma bull like as an example, but it doesn't matter what it is. So I hope that's fixed. I know they
patchable.
said,
yeah,
I know they said, you know, it addressed concerns about images not mapping correctly. I hope that's included in there. I haven't been able to test it out yet. So hopefully that's it. Other than that, everything's been, you know, fairly good. So
have you dived into My Rise Showcase, any of those things at all?
Yeah, and I beat Showcase the same way people grind the. I haven't beat it yet. Let's not say that, but I do the same thing. I may do a series this year because of the RXP where maybe I play it for real, but I don't know. Like I'm more. I don't think anybody comes to watch me play any of that stuff. Like they come and they like to see me do the creation suites at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I even do a few creation suites throughout the year, like maybe 3 more, you know, because people like to see that. It helps them out. But they come to watch the show. You know what I mean? You said it. People like hearing their names. They like seeing their matches. They like doing that. So so I've learned that over the years, but this game has launched pretty well. There's problems with it, don't get me wrong, but it's not as good as last year's, and that gives me hope because their first updates destroyed the game.
Yes,
I spent over 1,000 hours in 2K25, and I'd say 800 of them was recreating everything. You know, like it's ridiculous. So I hope that doesn't happen this year, and I hope, you know, that we've moved away from the last gen consoles. It took way too long. I get that people couldn't get it, and I feel bad for that, but it took way too long to move away because it slowed the game down from moving forward. Here's the other thing, and you're not going to hear anybody talk about this. I think because they moved away from it, it looks like these modes are starting to talk more together, and it looks like the spaghetti code that was in the game, they're starting to fix it. It's not completely fixed.
We got tag teams in universe mode. Set them up and import them into universe. You know how much time consuming that is? That was the reason I didn't restart my universe.
Yeah.
Now, if it really glitches, I'll just restart the fucking universe. So yeah, we got to take the good with the bad as always. There's reports. Here's right on the bottom. Reported concerns preventing customers loading into community creations. Like people were getting a hold of me in DM saying, I can't see anybody's stuff. Or, I mean, I know the Xbox and PlayStation separation is that. Hopefully they fix that too. If they don't, it might be because it'll cause problems. We might have to deal with it. And that's going to be fucked in the CAW community because a lot of people are like PC versus Xbox and PlayStation. We can get around that. Only a handful have PC, but now it's, you know, splitting them is going to be crazy. And the creation for titles, I've heard it's a mess. So I'm hoping that's a patch. It sounds like something they could easily patch. But I'm hearing that they don't glisten like last year's. Like the belts last year were phenomenal. Like, I hope they fix that too.
The belts look better. Let's say that. Like everything, I think, looks better when it's going to work. And I'm going to come back and watch because I can't wait to hear what Kyle, I can't wait to hear what Fusion and Jiggles have to say too. I'm going to come back and watch.
No problem.
But yeah,
you got to run. I'm glad you made it. Made it.
Thank you for having me on.
Not a problem. Thank you, brother.
Love all you guys, and thanks, Blaze. This is huge. I love the CAW Summit. It's a big deal every year.
All right, appreciate you being a part of it. Make sure you guys check out Totes My Goats and his channel.
There he goes.
So there's a couple things that he brought up that made me want to talk about match physics in 2K26. It's starting to look more like a damn match. Like you have collar and elbow tie-ups where you can push them back into the corner again and struggle instead of just collar and elbow tie-up into a move. Like that's good. The match sequencing, the move sequencing is huge. I saw Kyle nodding. Like, isn't that something it helps make moves that's so much easier? Ragdoll physics. When you get thrown, it looks like you got thrown, fall and everything. And I've seen it work really good in a scrapyard. The beginning of the match, they can do a handshake, stuff like that. But will the AI do it? That's the big question. Underground match, you can remove the fans now because I can't stand how they morph their ghosts. Like if you're going to make 20 people around the ring, they got to be interactable. But if they're not, I'll just probably get rid of them for some underground matches. I think that's all the things I had. Is there anything else, Kyle, that you have noticed have you delved into? Like you said, you haven't really played the game yet much.
I haven't really played the game. I've just kind of seen other people play it. I've seen some people go through universe mode, like Triple Beat over there. He did a stream, like I think it was a couple days ago, where pretty much he was just like playing through universe mode. And we just basically watched the universe mode, the watch show feature. I personally kind of like because
I do, but the only thing I don't like is you don't have like you can get out of it at any time, which is cool. But like I wanted to find a benefit in it. The little bit of a show theme at the beginning isn't going to sell me completely. I like the cut scenes, how it cuts. It looks like they're using camera angles that were on TV. So it does give a little more realism there. But like the thing I kept thinking about is, okay, I can surprise people by using that because it doesn't show the match card. But now we have mystery wrestlers, so I can kind of surprise it that way too. So I thought I would use it more. Like if we go back to here, I really thought I would use more of the universe mode editions, but I think now that I've played it a little bit, and that was the only thing I've tested. I tested universe mode, and I'm not until it gives us that complete cut and paste promo first, then match, then after interview, then attack, then backstage segment, then another match, then a commercial. I mean, we don't have that yet. So yeah, the promos with the mic is nice, but I've already seen people walk out with no microphone. They're like this talking. It's no microphone glitch. Or if they come out with a belt because it's a title promo, the belt's all glitched. So those glitches can be fixed. It's crashes that I'm worried about too. The cash-in thing is great. Like they pointed out, being able to trigger whenever the cash-in is going to happen, that helps e-fetters because then it also is interactive. If someone in the chat goes, I'm cashing in, then you can hit the button and boom, you don't have to set it up or anything. Wrap up match. I use that a lot to get through a bunch of tears. I was just watching universe mode, wrap up. That was my cheat code. And I was earning RXP without playing at all, just watching shit. The LED barricade, I've already seen it messed up and it's only on one side. It's not on the hard cam. My biggest complaint is my ramp cam isn't working. Like I have it on ramp cam and it's still hard cam. Hopefully that's patched because I like the ramp cam. I want to see the stage while they're fighting. That's my preference. And they just gave it to us. I hope they didn't take it away from us, but I can adapt to that.
Otherwise, the other thing I've never liked was the ragdoll physics because it's just funny to watch like some people like fly off the edge like the scrap. Like you mentioned the scrapyard. Like I've seen the clips where people just like
it's a little over the top. It looks like a dead body.
Yeah.
Just flipping.
I've also seen like one person like I think a German suplex by Brock against Drew off an ambulance into the steel steps.
Yeah, the steps. That's what we didn't talk about. You can bomb and slam people into the steps. That makes the ragdoll physics looks good because they land on the steps and it looks like they took a bad one. So the
only
dumpster
thing
matches
that plays in my head.
Good.
Sorry.
No, good.
I was gonna say the only thing playing through my head every time I see like these clips where someone gets like bombed into the steps or off the edge, it's like, ooh, that brother gone.
But I mean, we got a lot of great additions, so I expected some problems. I guess it's a good thing that they patched it this quickly. You know, so I'll take the good with the bad. The fact that they patch it, I know odds would tell me quit being negative. And we should take the good with the bad. Who's going to have problems? Look at Bill Haight in the house. What's up, Bill? Bill Haight, Frozen Rage, people that are no longer in LTD still showing up. I appreciate you guys. You never know when an original like Bill Haight was with me during the Efed days way before W back in 2001.
Yeah, he was at ours as well, wasn't he? Causing trouble in the chat.
Bill Haight, he's always a troublemaker. That's his
Yeah.
thing. He's a troublemaker. He helped me write LTD when it started out, and then I saw him in Pete Wall's chat one day, and I think 2018, maybe the beginning. I was like, I can't be the same Bill Haight, and it was. Yeah, he's always in character. He's always in character, being a bad guy. That's Bill Haight.
He used to always beat up Feck.
Yeah, see. Oh my God, no wonder.
Used to drive us nuts, didn't it?
Yeah, that's another one.
Drive me nuts, yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of those out there too. I'd say, without naming a name, be careful if you invest in crypto.
Just don't even go there.
What? I'm talking about investing your money. That's all.
Did you? I don't know if you was there. A few.
I'm not talking about a person. I'm just talking. I'm talking about just in the end, investing money.
I had a.
So here, I know.
Well,
So
people
here-
sell it anyway. So
what I wanted to do real quick as a final thing is talk about the DLCs. Now, the premium pass for the ringside, you got to buy the top tier, so you're paying $150, and then I did well in some places in Australia. I think it was like $220. Neo said he had to pay for the top tier game. It's insane. It's trouble. We're kind of trapped into buying it because it's what we do. If we want to play, if there was 3 different games that did this, number one, the price wouldn't be as big and creation would be much better, but we got to deal with what we got. I really thought about buying the base thing and saying, just don't use any of the shit. I'm glad I didn't, because the amount of things that unlock in season 1 is insane. Hulk Hogan, 2 Randy Savages, like plain characters that should be in the game. You can't play them until you go through the RXP. And like I said, I earned a couple tiers just by going through some shit, watching the games, but I also had a generous donation from I'm being fully transparent. I don't care if people say whatever for me buying tiers, but I bought a bunch of tiers because they donated money to do that. I still have some left over to buy some season 2 tiers, but I want to thank Iffy and Drew Hawthorne for their donations. Their donations paid for me to not have the worry of sitting there for 5 hours or whatever to unlock the shit. Our season 1 is unlocked. Our season 1 is completely done. We're already to 40. And that's because of the community. I personally wouldn't spend money to unlock it, but if people who don't have the game or didn't have to buy it want to help donate, I'm going to use that money for that. I'm not going to use it for anything else. So hate me if you want to for skipping tiers and paying for it. I don't want to. I never wanted to, but that's the way it worked out. And I'm blessed to have fans that are willing to do that for us. And if people continue to do that, I will pay to unlock the rest of them. Normally we just got the DLC, but I mean, the amount of stuff as I unlocked that the other night, looking as I went through tier 6, tier 7, tier 9, tier 12, it's just crazy. Now, I read that season 1 is overloaded with locked stuff. There won't be as many base stuff locked in the rest of them, but we're getting some really good DLC content this time around. These characters should be free for us since we bought the top tier, and hope maybe they'll change that later on. The business-wise explanation for the price and all this was, since they're losing all the PlayStation 4 users and players, they got to make up money somewhere. I understand that business-wise. It sucks. It's mostly bullshit, but if you think about it in a business sense, that does make sense, that they're losing thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of users from PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. They're going to accrue that money back through this ringside pass. Hopefully next year they adjust it and change it. But what I want to talk about, we're getting tons of AAA content. There's tons of arenas and stuff that are unlocking. I don't know if weapons are going to unlock down the line or not too, but I'm going to go quickly and you guys in the chat too, let me know which DLC character out of all these you're most excited for. Which one's going to come up? So we'll go to each of you guys, and out of all these, you can pick a couple if you want. Who are you most excited to see in the DLC? Kyle, we'll start with you.
Ooh, all right. So
chat, let me know. Chat, you guys too in the chat. Let me know who you want.
All right, so I'm going to skip over freaking season 1 because we were getting to that, and honestly, I was excited about Mr. Iguana.
Hell yeah!
But out of the ones coming up, oof, I'm kind of excited to see Matt Cardona back in a WWE game.
Hell yeah!
Since the Zack Ryder run, but also it's mostly because of the fact that like this man just debuted in Survivor Series, and honestly, he's just funny on screen. Danhausen.
Yeah, that's great. That's fast work, getting him in one already. So they had that planned out for a while. That is a good one. Here's the difference between the player who looks at this and the Efeder who looks at this. I am looking at these names, and I'll probably never use them. I'm looking at their move set, their gear, their entrance, that stuff that we're unlocking. So like things like Vikingo's move set, if you got a high flyer, he's got some of the sickest moves you'll ever see. Getting Jeff and Matt Hardy back in it is big for me. Demolition, I always say they're a Road Warrior ripoff, but they have some cool moves that they did. The Cardona one does intrigue me. Same with Laparca. Will we get a different chair entrance? Because he's the chairman. He normally comes out with a chair. Will we get a unique one, or it will be the other chair? It's got to be a new one because he does the dance coming down to the ring. So you're getting a lot of AAA stuff. You're getting some legends, and the Bigelow one coming back is great. I know Monstar used to use him a lot because he mixes monsters, real industry stars, and created characters. Jelly Roll, they always get a star in there, somebody that's not a wrestler, which I can't complain. So people can look at this and say, hey, there's only one non-wrestler. Well, what about you, Fusion and Jiggles? Which characters are you guys looking for in these DLCs?
I think the same for you. For me, it's Laparca.
Yeah.
And for the reason for that is I'm interested to see what Count does with him, because that opens up a whole new different entrance for Count now.
Yeah,
and we know he's going to take advantage of that.
Hell yeah.
Obviously, Demolition, back in the day, future Hall of Famers. Again, Matt Cardona.
What's TB?
And also, if he's going to bring back the Zack Ryder character along with that, or if it is just going to be.
I don't know. Maybe if a tire too is Zack Ryder, that would be interesting. It's still his persona.
What about you?
Cardona, Hardy's. What about you, Jiggles? You give a shit?
Not really, no.
That's fair. You know what? That's a very popular opinion to this. To us E-Fedders that, a lot of us don't care. Like I said, I'll never hardly ever use these characters, if any. But if they have like a cool pair of pants, or maybe Kelly has a top that shows a lot of titty. Maybe Kelly's top will be Jiggles' new top. You never know.
I'd like to see some more happy wrestlers, if you know what I mean, like Jigs, because Jigs is happy because everybody just wants to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see a few more.
And there's a lot of those characters in these AAA types of characters. They have the evil characters, but they have fun characters too. I mean, you got a Danhausen in here. You have a Laparca and sort of some comedy relief in here too. Who knows? There might be a move that Jelly Roll does that looks good on your character. You never know what they scanned and brought in. I'm going to find out a little more about people like Lady Brie Bella's back. She's one of my favorites.
Well, I already know Jigs is, because Jigs is going to have a new entrance. And you know it is Blaze from when you was doing the live show the other day. Well, I can't remember her name.
We talk about
Sol Ruka.
Sol Ruka.
I just think that is perfect for Jigs, that entrance. Yep.
And we talked about how important matching a character's movements on an entrance to your character. And that brings up another point, and we can go back to this. Custom characters with custom move sets aren't working. No, I mean custom entrances. From what I heard, if you have a custom character and use a custom entrance, which means I want to use Rhea for the first part, then I want to use, Tiffany for this part, then I want to use someone else for the entrance. If you use that custom thing, and I know they added custom tag teams and custom trios and stuff, it might have fucked shit up for a little bit. Once again, I will use this hashtag for at least a month. Please, you can fuck around with a little bit, but if they patch something that's broken and you already created, it's going to be fucked up. Hashtag wait to create. I've already heard people, because they created their CAW with the broken logo mapping. Now they patched logo mapping. Guess what happens when they bring up their CAW? The logos are all gone. They're messed up. They're glitched.
Yeah, see, I have created jigs, but I haven't put no logos on at the moment because I knew it was broken. So.
Yep. So you should be okay. Like even someone who has that glitch, they might be okay, but that's the risk we take every toss and turn of this game. You're going to come across errors. They're going to fix some of them. Other ones we're going to have to work around. That's what we do. Luckily, they do patch it. Otherwise, they're like, you bought it, deal with it. You know what I mean? Like we could be dealing with a game that does that. So I'm glad they patch it. The only thing is, just like Tote says, I hope we don't get to patch 29 and 30 again. Like, hopefully there's not that many errors that they got to fix. But if they, like, odds always reminds me, they're fixing errors. That's a good thing. That's a positive. You can't make a negative out of that. And it's right. Let's wait to create. Let's at least know they are fixing things, which is a blessing in itself. That's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
2.5 hours. Not bad. We got through it a little quicker because I didn't waffle on for most of the show. But I did. I mean, it's to promote everyone's shows, and I'm glad Totes made it. I could bring every one of you on if I want, but we will be promoting all 45 shows, 44, I think it is right now, because BCW is coming back. Matt Storm's going to do his show. Mordrin's bringing his show back. So whenever we do switch between games, there are a handful of people like, yeah, I'll get back in it. Or they say, why not? I'm going to run my own show. And if you want to, and you're associated with us in the Digital Wrestling Syndicate, you got a lot of people that are here that'll help you. So don't be afraid to reach out, drop into DMs. I'm by no means anywhere perfect. I try to improve all the time. I'm always watching other shows to do things better. I've given Kyle, I've given Fusion and Jiggles even shout outs. I've given Totes things that I've seen in their shows that I would like in mine. And I want to adapt to it as well. So always try to keep evolving and getting better at what you do. Have fun with it no matter what the game gives you. And we're going to end with the final segment like we always do. If you know someone that says this thing, they normally probably say it too much. They're probably from New York or Boston. So I have a lot of friends that say at the end of the day, actually Cora Jade, the wrestler used to be called Cora Jade. She's in TNA now. She did one of her first promos over there. She said at the end of the day, like 4 or 5 times in her promo, I was just like, come on. It sticks out like a sore thumb. But I joke, I jest, and I figured I'd make it a segment. So as we go away, I want to a final word from each of my guests and myself. I'll say, at the end, you got to start your segment out with at the end of the day and whatever your final thought is for the day. So we will start. We got Kyle last time. So we'll go with Fusion and Jiggles first. Either whoever wants to say it or both.
For me, at the end of the day, it's just have fun.
Yeah. And also, like, you know, if you've got a problem,
you have to say at the end of the day. You have to say at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, if you've got problems,
yes,
and you've got drama, just come and speak to your digital owner. Speak to the owner of the company. Don't get pissed off with it and just be like, oh, that's it, I'm leaving. Because there's always workarounds. There's always ways around it.
That's well said. Kyle, at the end of the day. F Kyle.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, F Kyle. Bye, Kyle. Aha!
At the end of the day, come to BYS and just listen to Jigs and Fusion of Domestics. That'll keep you entertained.
I'm just kidding, Kyle. I had to do it at least once. All right.
I know.
You, Kyle. At the end of the day, go ahead.
If you didn't do it, then
yeah. It's people expect it. If I would come into a show and Kyle's around, I don't say F Kyle, I'd be like, what's wrong with Blaze? All right, Kyle, it's up to you at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, just have fun with this game. Like even just have fun in general. Just because, like Blaze over there, like say, like he's doing the F Kyle thing. It's gotten popular at this point. Even though it was younger me, I'd probably be offended by it. Nowadays, I'm just like, it's just classic Blaze.
I want to like make a character named like Francis Kyle, so his name would be F Kyle.
Honestly, Blaze, I implore you, do it. Just do it, man.
If he was from Boston, but she's better now. It's just I have a lot of friends that are from the Northeast, let's say, in the New England area, the Boston, New York, and they're like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, man? Because I'm gonna tell you about it. At the end of the day, you know. So But I'm going to do it a little different. At the end of the day, when you're creating your character in 2K26, remember a few things. Do your personality traits, for fuck's sake. They are very important to how your character acts and moves. I've seen people just not do it at all. So take an extra time to check it. Yeah, everyone wants me to do the FCA. His theme song would be the cancel song, and Rex would be his manager. Set your personality traits. Know how your Efed runner wants your CAW created. I know there's people like Cody Hagan used to do it, Jeff Matthews. It was a Twitter thing for a while. A lot of Twitter users, they would do an upload for, in quotes, LTD, upload BYS, upload SCD. They would upload a different CAW for each Fed they're in. God bless you if you do that. Otherwise, it's up to us just to look through every CAW that we get and set it to how we want it. I've already noticed, same thing in the last game. Rollout frequency needs to be low. Rollout duration should be low for your game settings. And in your CAW, I think it's the second to the last one. I think it's rollout as well. Put that at about 15. Also, your bottom personality trait doesn't mean aggressive anymore. It doesn't mean your wrestler's going to be a badass if it's 100% aggressive. I keep forgetting what it is on the other side, but it's got to be 100% the other way. That keeps them in the ring. It literally says keeps the wrestlers fighting in the ring more. You know, so make sure it's 100 or 90 or whatever, mostly on the opposite side of aggressive. That'll keep your wrestler in the ring more. If you want them to go outside the ring, I've already seen other people streaming totes and other people like they're outside the ring way too much in a normal match. Or, thank God I found it, no exit. You can do a one-on-one match and set it to no exit. You just can't have managers or anything because the managers get in the ring and they don't leave because it's set to no exit. But if you have a no exit match one-on-one, it stays in the ring for 90% of the time. If you want a match like that, no exit, one-on-one, no DQ, no disqualification, no count out, you're always going to have a winner. That's just my advice. I've talked about commentary and trying to make the theme songs match up. That's just me. That's disciplined. Is that what it is? The other option of aggressive? Yes. And people are afraid they don't want their character to be disciplined. They want them to be aggressive, but it does not mean aggressive anymore. It means disciplined. It means stay in the ring. So that's an important one that I will check. Every CAW creator has their own. That's it. Take your time. Set your victory. Everyone sets their entrance, but most people don't go in and set their victory. And if you remember last year, the tag team finisher was sassy. And if it was two guys, they're going like this after the match and high-fiving like this. And if you don't want that, you got to change your default victory. Take an extra second. You got plenty of time. Every CAW creator I know that's doing shows has said they're not going to be live right away. They're going to stay on this for 25 for a while. You got time to create. Don't rush it. I get it. It's exciting. You want to do your creation again. And as I said before, evolve your character. Maybe add something different to it. You know, a different signature, because there's going to be new moves. We got a bunch of new moves now too. So enjoy it. We got a brand new game. It's going to be very tedious. Also, give your show owners a little bit of leeway during this time. It's a transition period that's a lot of work. And a lot of it is creating the same fucking thing we got on 25 in 26. That's what I'll be doing. I am blessed to have probably 80 out of my 96 people other people were making. I don't have to do shit but look over the CAW. I have a handful of people I got to create. Other people are helping create too. We got a lot of people in this community that don't have the game, and some of them aren't even wrestling fans. They just love the RPG. They want to play a character. They want to have fun. They want to be around a community of cool people, and that's what we have. We have fun, cool people. We got rid of all the ones that wanted to tell everybody how to run their show and be dicks about it, or crybabies that don't know how to lose. Now we got a fabulous community. Let's take advantage of it. Let's take Efeding to the next level. We're going to come back next week with more people. Next week we have Triple Beat, Mordrin, Vince McSham, and Count. We're going to talk about their experiences with, and we're going to get everything in the spectrum from I haven't played the game yet to I fucking hate it because it all fucks up and it's not what I bought, what I paid for, to I love it. We're going to get all kinds of it. We're going to talk about heroes and villains a little bit more, to playing your character. Doesn't necessarily have to be good guy, bad guy, but just play who your character would be. That's it for me. Next week, we'll bring back some more people. maybe I'll try to wiggle another Jeopardy game since that kind of worked. And I want to thank you guys for being a part of the show. It's always great to bring people on that are either been here or haven't been on here before. And don't be afraid to reach out to me. Yeah. Shout out to the guests. Kyle said, hey, can I get in? Sure. You've been doing this for a while. You got tons of input. So all I did was took everybody who was here last year and put them back into shows this year. And I knew these two wanted to be on it. So if you're out there and you want to be part of a show, the 29th, I'm opening up for everybody. Whether you want to come on and talk about just playing the game or you want to talk about running a Fed. The 29th, open session. Next, I can't believe we're going to be in mid-March already. This is crazy. Use the community. On my Discord, I tell you what, one last thing before we go. I know I always say that, and like, Blaze is doing it. Blaze is going to talk for another fucking half an hour. In my Discord, here's my Discord. A lot of people that aren't on the roster, they're not in my Discord. Bottom line. Sorry. That's just the way it is. I want it to be secure, number one. So I don't have it that way. I can't. Oh, now my Discord's froze up. Discord freezes up all the time for me. On the PC. I don't know if that's a PC problem or not. Always got to come back in here. All right, let me share it again. I just want to show you guys the activity. If some people are out there, if you don't like Discord, or you don't use it as much, dude, you should use it. You really should, especially if you're in mine, because we have found a way to really like give a place for everything. So we have our open chat where people can talk about anything. I dropped the links there. Character backstory. You want to find out about Digital Dog? You want to find out about Damian Payne? You got a promo coming up against Mrs. Utaker or Angelita? Here's some ammo. Living Steffers. Everybody's put their history here. The TV channel. I know there was a little bit of confusion. And I saw people talking about the 300-word thing is only for competition. No. The 300-word, 3-minute thing is permanent rule in this channel of our Discord. If you're dropping a promo for LTD in the LTD TV channel, that is the rules. 300 words or less. I have to have it that way because I don't want you to put in that much work and it gets lost, number one. And number two, more people will read it or watch it if it's short. That's a fact. And even Riley in the business said 30 to 60 second promos should be tops. But I'm giving you guys more time to tell your story. 3 minutes, 300 words. The in-character chat, that's our TV channel. I want people to, when they go to here, to pretend like they're watching behind the scenes. They're watching more to the show than they got on the show. Obviously, in the show channel, I post all the links. The rosters, the champions, I'm going to update the champions, but if you ever need to know who the champions are on the roster are, here it is in the Discord. All the LTD magazines, if you want to go back through history. The digital collector cards, I put everyone's card here. I'll be redoing those. I'm glad I waited for 26 because every card would have been outdated if I used the picks from the old one. The link tree for the TeePublic store, the championship history, the website, every resource you need. You want to hear a song that I play? You're on the roster. Everybody's theme song and even themes from the shows are all in the jukebox. Promote your own Efed, my favorite channel. Everyone put your links here whenever you post. Retro Efed stuff. Real cool old promos and stuff people are typing, my old shows. If you got old Efed pictures or stuff, put them in this channel. This is the one I really wanted to talk about. This is our 2K26 conversation. We're putting, Matt, you want to know what the patch notes are? They're here. Issues people are having. We're all sharing them. You want to know what's up to date on the game. You want to know quick fixes, patches, little workarounds. They're all going to be right here. We're all discussing it. How to beat the RXP. Here it is. It's all there. I'm talking about WWE. We can do that here. My mods, the summit, Gift of Gab. These are some private ones. And I got groups for Anarchy, Bounty Hunters, Chosen. And I even have a Pokemon channel now for you Pokemonsters because you guys were Pokemoning it up late night, a couple nights in a row. I come back to like 190 posts the one day. And you know what? I love it. I'm not a Pokemon guy, but if you guys, there was more than a dozen people talking about it. And I said, you know what? We obviously have a large piece of community. Yeah, the jukebox, throw on the jukebox, download some of them. Now, if you want to use any of those songs for your Efed, please reach out to me. because my brother's songs and DJ Banji Boy and stuff, those are their own music. Like, just ask me, I'll probably say yes, or people's entrances, if they're AI and stuff like that, I don't care. But some of those are like my old songs and stuff. Just ask me. Jakai's in the house. Riley is in the building. But I have this Discord structured so well now that we get a little bit. The only thing we're missing is a bar, like Jiggles Bar has over there in theirs. And I'm considering the Lethal Libations bar where you can go in, pretend you're in a bar, talk about it. Not having bar fights is going to be the toughest part because I want all the fights to be in the ring. That's the premise of this company. But you guys are going nuts with the Pokemon shit. So have at it. If you love Pokemon, you want to share the game, you want to talk about your favorites and stuff. I'm a big card collector, so I get that part of it too. Mine are just sports cards. So if you're a Pokemon enthusiast and you're in my company, you got a place to talk. Have at it. I'm a man of the people over here. Trying to make everybody happy. It's impossible, but I try my best. Thank you to everybody that's in the show. Hopefully Tuesday I'll be back. If I start to feel ill tomorrow, I might push it back a week just to get better because I'm not 100% right now, and it feels like it's coming on. So, and you guys are always supportive. I deal with stomach issues, back problems, whatever. When it hits me, I'm not 100%. I won't be my jovial, fun self. So why should I stream and just sit there? So I might take a week off and start next week. I know you guys will all understand, and you'll be right back with me. Plus, everyone's creating and playing and making RXP and playing the game right now. So it's a good time to take a week off if I'm going to. I'll give you that decision tomorrow. But otherwise, the gathering is going to start, and that's celebrating us all. And it coincides with the summit, which is celebrating us all. It's just we have such a great community. We got to make the most of it while we can. Jeff was in the house, too. I mean, I could go through my top fans now. Iffy, top fan. We got Jesse, Primetime, Monstar, Triple B, Odds, Totes, Damo, Gav, Tiffany, Tig, Bones, Cassie, Blade, Kicker, Jiggles, Joker, Ben, YouTube Police 29. Who's that? Who's? I missed that in the chat. Is that in the chat? When did that happen? I want to see what they said now. Maybe it was someone just trolling around. I love it, though. I have fun with trolls. Pete Wall taught me back in the day. Try to flip a troll first. Have fun with them. Joke around. Or it's someone being funny, which is funny. Actually, it should be Matt Storm with his smoke alarm beep detector. Bill Haight, Count Z, Grinder Gang, Wally, Jake, Charles Adderley. Donnie Nice, it's good to have you in. I saw your channel. You do a little WWE content, too. Sly, J-Dog, Big JH is in the house. I miss you, too, friend. Good to see you. Andrew Dubs, Jeff, Yeti, always fun. If you ever want to come out of retirement, you're always welcome back here in LTD, of course. Riley, Logan, some Fusium guy. Who's Fusium? I don't know who that is. Andy Price, Jamar. I'm telling you, I still get stakes on the line is when I typed. I was trying to say at stake or on the line, and I typed in stakes on the line, and chance it was stakes on the line. People were fucking with me for months. Well, you know what I did? I made an item at the Conundrum concession stand for the Lethal Libations bar. It's called Stakes on the Line. So I just lean right into that, just like you do with Fusium. It's a good thing. Matt Storm, there he is. Miles Stanley Ward. Tony Lee popped in, and Andrew Roberts. Thank you all for being a part of the show. If you are watching the replay, leave me a comment so you know you stopped by. If I take a week off, we will return with the summit next Sunday. So I'll just take off the 4 shows, come back summit next Sunday, and we'll pick off right where we left off, starting the gathering. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.